Hi, everyone.
Oh my gosh, hi. I didn't see you there.
And welcome to
a podcast will save this relationship. My name is Sara, and my pronouns are she, her.
I'm Josh, he, him, and on today's podcast, we talked about the bear.
We did talk about the bear.
We did r/BandMembers.
We did.
We didn't take a day-long break.
And we didn't realize that something happened in politics.
Nothing happened between the days July 13th and 14th. Nothing happened.
Nope.
And we did Reddit stories as per usual. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Check out all the links down in the description, including to APWSTR Gaming, our copy line.
Leave us a nice comment.
Leave us a nice comment. Share it with your friends.
Today.
Yeah, about what you did. Yeah.
I want to know.
For the sake of engagement.
Yeah.
I'm watching a lot of City Planner plays, and he does the leave the like button, and I like his tone of voice when he says it. It's
That's
nice.
Cute.
But yeah, go check it out. Links for Palestine, Congo, and Sudan are also down there, including Gaza Funds and eSIMs.
Yes, eSIMs.
So,
eSIMs are very needed.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah.
So please go check it all out and enjoy the show.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's fucking podcast! Oh my god, Joshua, oh my god, this is totally not the third time we fucking tried to start this thing. Holy shit. Anyway,
LFB.
Let's fucking dunk on the medium and let me continue on by saying Joshua.
Yes.
Joshua Chinland.
Yes.
Joshua Cameron Chinland, right?
Yes.
JCC, okay?
I'm standing still right now, yeah.
JCC, that's him,
yes.
right? Him. How do you feel having looked up to this art form, podcasting as a medium, that it's just turned into what influencers do when they don't want to get a job?
I did not. Okay, I fuck them. Fuck those
Remember when
influencers.
this used to be like an art form and shit?
Yeah, and people just did a podcast.
And now it's like the Hawk Tua girl is like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna do a podcast or whatever.
Okay, can we talk about that real quick? That shit happened in the past 2 weeks, right?
I did not understand it from the get-go.
Why?
Some guy was like, what do you do to penis? And she was like, spit on it. And everyone lost their fucking mind.
And now there's a fucking, like,
now
she's saying
getting like a
TV show,
something.
like a show about her life. And I'm like, can we not do this?
I'm sure she's not that interesting. I'm sure she's just like every other person.
Yeah, like, that just so happened to be at the right place at the right time.
Like, I mean, you know, best case scenario, we ruin her life. That's the best case scenario.
That is the best case scenario, yeah.
With her fucking job. Is now a bunch of people are digging their little claws into the Hawk Tua girl, which started from being sexually attracted to her. So that's already not good.
Yeah, we're already like,
people are already gonna tear her apart, right?
Yeah.
Anything about her life, we're just gonna fucking... I know she's a Trumper too, so she's not gonna say the right things ever. Not at all.
Yeah.
And people are gonna dig into her and eviscerate this human being, and she's gonna essentially have to continuously like do a bunch of crazy shit to keep people looking at her.
Or it goes away and we all
she
forget
can live
about
a normal fucking life. Yeah.
Or we forget all about this by October. Yeah.
This group this group hysteria that we all went through.
Yeah, for some fucking I really
I
like
don't get it. I don't get it. You spit on penis when you suck it. Yeah, dude. Oh,
everyone cheers.
2 + 2 = fucking 4, dog. Yeah, everyone spits on it. It's where you're putting your mouth on it. That's where the spit comes from. Like, I don't. Yeah, I get it. Because she said Hawk Tua
in a really funny way, I guess. I wasn't into it.
I
don't know. People will
I don't
make
understand
anything.
The Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah. I don't. To me, it just feels like I actually have a Reddit story about like not this specifically that I've been going back and forth on because I don't know how I actually feel about it. But it's about like someone who actively wants to like have a career in entertainment, basically.
Yeah.
And like, I don't
think it's wrong to want that. I don't think it's
wrong.
This is not the way to do it.
Yeah, I think this is like
for your safety.
Yeah. Because like this is like very much lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
but this lightning is probably not going to strike twice. I really have no clue. Like, what's the? Is it just going to be podcast? Or is that what she? Yeah, you did say that. Fuck.
Well, I don't know if
Christ.
she's doing a podcast. I just know, like, I've seen a trend of like influencers that do the like get ready with me or whatever, and then they're like, you know,
they
what?
realize that TikTok
Podcast.
actually won't pay the bills, so we can go into this highly inflated market.
Not do anything, sit there and say nothing.
Yeah,
And you do like an hour and then shove 25 ads in there, and then all of our Apple reviews are just too many ads.
Yeah,
we don't listen to anything that people say at all.
Yeah.
Which then you might be like, Sara, isn't that what you do? And I say, fucking no. No, it's actually not.
Yeah.
If you think that, then you only skip to the Reddit stories, and you're actually not listening right now. So,
this is.
I don't actually know who you fucking are. I'm talking to no one. I made you up in my mind.
So good week off is one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Went right back into the toxicity.
Yeah.
Right back into it. I did have a good week off. How about you?
I had a good week off too.
Yeah.
I went to a psychiatrist and now I'm on
did?
Wellbutrin.
Yeah, that's good. Yay,
Yeah.
clapping.
Yeah.
Clap.
I'm trying to rein you in somehow with my
With your Wellbutrin.
Yeah, my Wellbutrin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think it's solving the depression problem.
Yeah.
Not solving the ADHD problem, though.
Well, I understand why your psychiatrist he took you off Strattera to put you on Wellbutrin.
Yeah.
And I understand why, because you don't have any history with any depression medication.
Yeah.
So I think he's trying to figure that out first before adding on ADHD medication. Like when I was on escitalopram for like years, and then so when I went to my psych and she was like, we're gonna try Concerta, she was like, do Concerta like wait a little.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she was like, you don't have any symptoms with the Lexapro that are terrible, so we'll try it with Concerta, but then if you have any symptoms, stop it. Like they like to go really slow. And I think that's good.
Fair. I think it's a good thing,
good.
as opposed to like pill pushing. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel that. I don't know. It's been interesting, and I think I'm noticing it now, like in the fact that it took 3 times to start the intro to the podcast. It's definitely like.
Well, those were all my fault. So I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
That's okay, everyone. Okay, all right. She said it's her fault. I felt like it was my fault in the moment, but okay, all right. Guess
why did you feel like it was your fault?
Felt like guess the Wellbutrin's not working. I'm still a piece of shit.
Why are you doing the NL let's kill him with hammers shit?
Because it's a funny meme, and
It
I
is
like
a funny meme.
the look of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. I think I'm more open, more fluid. But I think you were right. You were talking about this earlier. There is a hyper active part of my ADHD.
I have the inattentive, and I think you have the hyper.
Yeah, and I feel like it's never fully come out because of the depression. So like,
Right. I feel that.
Yeah. So now it's like, oh shit.
Well, even I noticed it, and maybe it's just because I'm inattentive. But like you usually when you're all over the place, you're running around doing stuff.
Yeah.
And when I'm in my ADHD zone, I'm like.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah.
Fuck. I don't remember what I just said.
No,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling all right.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I feel like really relaxed today. Like I felt like, you know what, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into the podcast time. And then I was like, man, I really love podcasting. And I was like, it's so dumb that I like this medium that is essentially just become the dumping ground for every influencer.
I
who
get it.
failed
Yeah.
to become Kim Kardashian, who is a victim of capitalism.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
for sure.
They should be able to make their videos and get money
Yeah, no, that's
without
the thing.
having to bow down to
Delve to a
Walmart.
whole different like.
Yeah, that sucks. If you have people and you're a good person and you do your shit and people like you, make your fucking money, sis. I don't care.
No, yeah.
But then there's gotta be 6,000 podcasts. That's like this other white lady has a podcast and she's talking at you. And then it's gonna turn into Reddit.
At some point,
it's gonna turn into Reddit. That's what it all turns into. It's the crab, how everything turns into crab in the ocean.
I feel that too, and like it's what is it? The
podcast
fucking
will turn into Reddit podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel that too. Like I sometimes I'll look up our own show on like Reddit just to see what the vibe is, and so far, fine.
Pretty all right.
Pretty all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it. But like, I've seen other podcasts, and I'm not gonna say which one, but like got like fucking shat on in like LA influencer snark.
Oh,
like, and I feel like there's now. I'm willing to bet that like I guess I'm connecting those two now, where it's like, oh yeah, people in LA, you know, they're probably gonna try and get into the podcast like.
I mean, I just think it's really funny that the podcasting ecosystem exists in LA.
Yeah.
And two nerds from Orlando, Florida, liked the alternative podcasts that came out of LA from childhood and wanted to craft our own.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of forced into this ecosystem where we're in there and we're like, what the fuck is going on?
What's all this bullshit?
Why is it this huge money grab? What the fuck? Why are you guys trying to like just put out the least best podcast content you can do with the most amount of ads without pissing everyone off so that they don't listen to you?
That's the thing where it's like you get like the scientist in the lab coat, like, okay, if we put one ad here, no one will get mad. But if we put 20 ads over here, then they'll get super mad.
Yeah. It's like, wait, can't we just understand the concept? People don't like listening to ads.
Yeah. We all tolerate them at best.
It's really funny.
Listen, I'll do ads too. I love money, but
I just said our anti-capitalist mentality, I think, comes before our willingness to collab.
That is fair. That is fair.
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah, fucking
yeah.
Okay, there's a segue here. I'm not gonna find it, but there is one.
There is one. I can do it. I can do it for you real quick. Okay, so imagine you're an LA influencer, right? And you're good. You're just a regular person, but you want your job to be showing you mundane videos of your life where everyone claps.
Yeah.
And sucks you off, and you can sell various products on Instagram and on TikTok to them. Amazon drop shipping. You've done all the scams because you do not want to work a job ever.
Yeah.
And
so,
me too, queen.
I get it. Yeah.
Get it, queen.
Get that money.
And then you're like, what the fuck do I do? I've tried everything. And then someone's like, oh, you know what? You should podcast. People are reacting to Reddit content and it's popping the fuck off. And I will admit, everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Still. This is how many years? Like 3 years?
Yeah, people will lie and say that it's,
that it's the worst content ever. You motherfuckers are watching it. We have the numbers. I keep thinking it's going down, and then every once in a while we pop the fuck off. And it's not
the fish are dying for water.
Being creative.
Yeah.
I think there are other better parts of our podcast that do not pop off.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do that? And they're like, oh my God, the glory, the Reddit podcast glory. And then all of a sudden you're doing this Reddit podcasting thing and people are like, snore, boring. This content's boring. And you're like, oh God, I have to get better content. I have to do. Then you get content brain and you're like, oh, I'm just going to do all poop stories. All shit. All of it's just dog shit. All of it's based around shit and vomit and piss. And what you used to do, which was you were a person in a fucking white room and with everything's all
with
white.
A straight jacket and
no, the millennial gray, the white.
Oh, okay.
You know, shit like, with your clean countertops and your whatever. And now you're a person in a room in front of a microphone talking about poopy for 100% of your day. 100% of your work day, you're always talking about poopy. To the point where people are like, can we stop talking about poop on this podcast? I liked it at first. I don't know why.
But now it's
too much poopy. And then you're like, oh, too much poopy. That's a great name. And you renamed your podcast Too Much Poopy. You've jumped the shark.
Yeah, you jumped the shark.
Of which the bear did not do. And you guys are criticizing the bear for that. And I think you're shitty for it.
Wait, are we on the same page about getting to the bear?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, okay.
This is something the bear didn't do, and so
yeah, and quite the opposite. In fact, it stayed on land.
Yeah. Also, I'm speaking generally about every podcast. I don't want you to single out a single podcast.
You can single out any podcast you want, and I will leave a thumbs up or thumbs down as a proof of concept of how we feel.
I think I am being for real right now. I think it's multiple podcasts out there. I think it's really funny.
I think it's a wide-reaching problem, but not a wide-reaching problem. Season 3 of The Bear.
No, in fact, the very if it is a wide-reaching problem, you guys are complaining. Wow! Oh my God, The Bear was so good. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's still a good show.
It's still
for
good.
some reason, I get
it wasn't
like
as good
10%.
as season 2.
I get like 10% of it.
Yeah.
If we could all just be like, yeah, it wasn't as good as the second season or the first season.
I think that's
fine.
great.
That's
yeah.
an agreeable position. I would probably say that too. I think season 3 isn't my favorite season so far.
I think they could have done a lot of other shit to make it more interesting, but also I feel like it would be a hindrance in the totality of the show.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking long term here.
Yeah.
I think you and I have discussed this a little bit off camera, but like I do think season 4 is going to be a fucking wild season.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they've set up all these chess pieces here, and I think it's going to be a banger season.
And honestly, I'm so in love with the show, even if it's not this. And you know, this is a true like, don't believe me because I'm fully biased towards the show. They could put out slop, and I would love it. I'd be like, what do you mean this show is talking about poopy 100% of the time? It's awesome. I love eating shit for breakfast.
Well, that's the thing that I really like about this season. The show in general is just so well shot, so
just
well.
nice.
It's the sound design is like perfect.
I love seeing them all do their thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just watching people do their job of the show for like 3 episodes, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna go in the backstory of every single character here real quick.
I fucking love it. Yeah,
honestly, and that's kind of like why I really like that they just kind of focused on individual characters for some episodes.
Me too. Yeah,
I think it worked for me a lot. I think people I think people were kind of set off guard with the season being like the first episode just being a long montage.
Yeah,
and I can understand like some confusion from it. I love it though.
I love it too.
I can't.
I do love it. Yeah.
I
think I talked to you a little bit about how I compare it to Lost, in that the final episode of Lost, everyone was like, nothing got resolved. What the fuck did any of that mean? Why were there polar bears? Completely ignoring that
missing the forest for the trees.
Previous seasons, they explained the polar bears. You just didn't watch that season because it was dog shit. Because the season was dog shit. Everyone was bleeding from their nose, and they introduced like 6 new characters.
I do vaguely remember this from when I watched it as a kid.
Yeah, and they all showed up, and all of a sudden there was time travel, and the island was like tilted off its axis, and some people were in the 70s, and some people were in now, but some people were in now, but on the island. Some people were in now, but in the regular world, and then some people were in the 70s and on the island. Some people were in the 70s, but on the regular world, and it was like really dumb. Is when they started doing the flash sideways.
Oh yeah, to like parallel timelines.
Because they did flash forwards and they did flash backs.
Yeah.
And then they started doing flash sideways because they had different times going on at the same time.
Yeah, I do remember this.
And it's just like a time travel movie is already perfect. Like, you know, that we've already perfected the time travel movie with Back to the Future. Yeah. We don't need to do anything else. We don't need to do anything else. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do another thing. You just didn't watch it. The polar bears were a science experiment. That's it. And you just need to accept that. You don't need to. But why? Because we're freaks. Because human beings are freaks. And we took polar bears and we put them in a big old fucking thing. We were like, what if you put polar bears on an island? That was literally it. That's the hypothesis of the science experiment. And then they broke out.
Yeah. We can open
Why do you
and shut
need any
case,
more?
yeah.
Oh, what? There's the polar bear tribal kingdom or whatever that exists on
Warrior bears, yeah.
Warrior bear. No, the scientists put polar bears on an island so that in the second episode of Lost, you could have what's his face, blonde hair, sexy man
Sawyer, yeah.
Sawyer say, "I just shot a bear." and then it cuts to the black, and that's good TV. And we all just need to accept that and move on.
Yeah.
All right? You're asking too much of your TV shows.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Shut up.
Yeah.
But everyone said that the finale of Lost was dumb because it didn't explain anything. But it did. It explained thematically the characters' interactions with each other.
Yeah.
And I think people sometimes they don't think that thematic endings to characters' relationships are cathartic at all, especially if they're realistic. And I think that's what is happening with the bear.
Okay, I guess to jump ahead, and this is why the season works, is that final episode where it's the funeral dinner.
Yeah.
So okay, real quick, like they're all working in the new restaurant now, the bear, you know, and that they're having their hiccups, a lot, but like eventually, like the one of the old restaurants, the one that Richie went to what was it from the episode Forks last season? That restaurant's closing down and like freaks everyone out, so they're doing like a big funeral dinner.
Well, because that was the restaurant that Carmi worked in.
Yeah, and it's like really
In
like it's just like really sad.
Yeah, everyone's like really upset because that's the entire restaurant that they're essentially modeling their new restaurant off of.
Yeah, and it's like, oh fuck, maybe
so
this isn't
closing down. Oh no,
the restaurant business is going down.
Yeah,
because also they've had that happen all the time where it's like they show like the newspaper clippings of like 55% of restaurants don't actually survive. And
other restaurant is closing down. This restaurant is closing down.
COVID-19 did all these things, and it's still affecting the fucking landscape.
Business,
yeah, and it's like that's that makes sense.
Yeah,
and especially at that dinner where it kind of like just pokes at the wound of Carmi, like of his abuse.
Yes,
and then also be like, yeah, I can't. The head chef just being like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I want to go travel the world. Like, why? And then it's kind of like a question in my head of like, yeah, why are we doing any of this actually?
Well, I want to know your perspective on it because I feel like this is something I think about a lot with classical music. And, I bring it up all the time, but like I left classical music because I understood that the amount of work needed from me personally for the lack of appreciation and consideration, not just from like an audience, but from like fellow members,
like your peers,
was essentially I'd be signing myself up for like another abusive situation, and I didn't want to do that. And I think it was less of like anyone else's fault. The people that do it, they're overcome with passion and they just love it, and no one else can understand why they love it, because if you don't love it that much, it doesn't make sense. And I think I've kind of come back to it because I've recently also picked up guitar again.
Yeah.
And I've sort of understood like really what I love is the practicing and the self-dedication of it, and the investing in yourself part of it.
Yeah.
It is a form of self-love, but like then to do it professionally and to have other people judge whether or not you love yourself enough.
Yeah.
And also having mental health issues and making it almost nearly impossible for you to make any sort of personal falter in your life makes everything very but that's also how the business works. And I think I empathize a lot with how the show is, The Bear.
Yeah, no.
In that form. And I know you feel that too with film and with art and with writing.
Well, I mean, I even feel it like with the podcast, I guess, just as like, like, because this is our job, we
take this very seriously. I think
behind the scenes, like
that's why I think I like joking about like we are really serious about it. Like we're solemn when we come in here. We're fucking quiet as fuck. We set up our shit. We make sure everything is right. And I just think it's so funny that there are people out there that don't do that.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing where it kind of feels
pay people to do it.
No, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
it's just us. Like there's no cameraman, there's no producer. It's us.
Literally, yeah.
We do it. We run the whole show.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I don't know why he said show like that. Show. But and we do it because we fucking love it and we love doing this shit.
No, yeah, that's the thing is like
that's why, like I've said earlier, I would fucking get a job and still do this,
Yeah. And like I guess that's kind of how it feels like with how, because like as the restaurant business being a metaphor or allegory to like any sort of like creative pursuit or like the pursuit of like owning a business or running something yourself.
Yeah.
And like having like the stress that comes with it and like the kind of
a passion that is also your business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And to me, that's like why the season works so fucking well, is because it really goes into those kind of like mundane kind of like, especially in the second episode, I think, where it's just like the running of it and like everything's kind of going wrong.
And everybody's
it's like,
screaming at each other.
I'm like, fucking, I get
like,
that.
Everybody wants the shit to work. It's completely different from the first season where they're just like, I want to do it the way we did it the old way.
Yeah.
Not like whatever. It's fully like there are no questions on whether or not everyone is into the restaurant.
Yeah.
The only question is if Carmi is going to turn any of them away from doing this.
Thing. Yeah, and that's why, okay, because like it's the third episode I actually think that does the like the whole month of them doing it, because that second episode is just them talking about the quote unquote non-negotiables, where it's like, all right, we got to change the menu every fucking day. All right,
which is crazy. I don't think I would ever go to a restaurant like that. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, and like
that's because I'm poor and I only ever go to like Applebee's.
And I
Chili's.
I didn't laugh at this in hindsight, but it's just so funny that Richie was like, we're not fucking doing this, cousin. Like,
that's ridiculous.
And like in the moment I didn't laugh because I'm like, oh my god, everything's falling apart. But it's such a funny like, because also like with them too, like it's really is like a weird splitting of like hairs between them because they haven't reconciled over.
Like Carmi like kind of fake apologized.
Yeah.
Or I think he apologized as good as he can as a person can.
Yeah.
But then it just wasn't good enough for what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's God, and this not being good enough is such a fucking theme in the show. Like,
yes.
Because also like the like you know, when all that's happening, right? And I think that's like that's why it speaks to me a lot, I think, is like that running of it. But also I liked that like they went back to like Tina's like pre the restaurant.
Yes, I love
Honestly,
that.
I love that episode, and I wouldn't be surprised if people were like complaining about that one too, because like, why do we need to see this? And the answer is you need to know what
love Tina.
We love Tina.
I fucking want to know everything about
Tina. But also like that's kind of a way how we show what's at stake here is like she like, you know, put all this effort into like looking for a job before, and then she found a place that became her new home of like, you know, and it's like it's all changed and it's all
she learned an entirely new skill for her new career.
Yeah.
That's a big fucking deal. And I think this is the theme of this season. I think I've gone over a lot of people's heads. I keep thinking about in the beginning where they're going into real Chicago restaurants.
Yeah, and
everyone's waving and smiling and they're doing and they're working at the same time. And I just keep thinking like that's the point of it.
Yeah.
The point of it is you know,
want to enjoy what you do.
Yes.
And I think
the point of it is appreciation for the people that do this.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
That's like when people are criticized like realism in art, I think a lot of times it's like it's soulless, is whatever. And the people that are doing realism, they're doing it because they love human beings. They love actually life as it is right now.
Yeah.
They're doing it in appreciation. They're using art as like as a process of loving the subject.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get that because they see something and they're like, well, yeah, it's like if I looked at it. So what? It's just like a show of your technique or whatever? And it's like, no, it's a show of how much I fucking care about it.
Yeah, I like care about restaurants, care about the idea of cooking and serving people and like...
And I think that's a very poignant thing to do right now in a time politically where we don't give a shit about immigrants. We don't give a shit about anybody that isn't a quote unquote, you know, American. You know? Yeah. And it's like you need to... These stories should be told. These people that like come here that desire to work and live here and work for their family.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too where it's like
we should appreciate them.
Yeah, in the Tina episode where like she gets that one interview finally and it's like at some place and it's like, oh, do you have a degree? And then she's like, no, but I've been doing this for 13 years.
I don't think she's an immigrant, but she's like,
no, yeah, but
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like the point of view of the single mom that didn't get a degree that went into whatever, and now everyone wants to hire their, like, you know, of course college kids are not getting hired, but of course women that didn't get their degrees or whatever, they're not getting hired either.
Yeah.
And also she's Latina and there's going to be a race shit in there as well.
Yeah.
And people are going to be fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
But like the people that that want to work and like do this shit and they want to learn a skill to do something is like the ultimate act of love for, like, she was given a passion by Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's so fucking such a good episode. Yeah, I don't know. And that's
I don't know.
why
I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like
I get what you mean.
if you haven't worked next to somebody who, like, if you haven't worked in a service job where the person next to you is 45 years old and they love their job,
yeah,
and you hate it, and you start talking to them about why they love their job, it's like, well, I like seeing my grandkids and giving them, you know, like throwing parties, like being able to buy them shit for, you know, I went through a period of time when I was unemployed and I didn't really, you know, I felt really bad that I couldn't provide for my family. And then if you don't love them after that, I don't know how to describe the feeling of Tina's episode to you.
Yeah. No, I understand that. Yeah. I get what you mean. That's why I think that episode works really well. I mean, because I've said this before. Yeah, I've worked with like older people, and I worked at Universal and Disney.
Yeah,
and like, yeah, they just fucking they love it, and that's why I feel like the stakes are like so obviously there.
Yeah.
Not only that too, like if that wasn't clear enough, like their sister having the baby, like the. Which that episode's fucking wild.
Dude, that was crazy.
I can't, guys. Like, yeah, the season may not be as good as the other ones. You can't say nothing happened in this.
You can't say nothing happened in this season.
I'm sorry.
It's crazy. People were even complaining about the fact scenes because they were like, since the bear swooped. I don't know.
Sweeped
the Emmys last Emmys for comedy. Everyone was like, "Is it even a comedy like
anymore?
It's a drama now."
I will say it's always it's been a comedy.
It's a
pretty funny show.
I mean, I've realized now that my comedy is weird.
Yeah,
but I think there's a lot of people that have my comedy out there that I'm trying to represent us, guys.
Yeah, you're
I'm really trying. It's weird shit where we think shit that isn't haha funny, but is like ironic funny is haha funny.
Yeah.
And shit that's haha funny is not funny at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's people were complaining about how many fact scenes were in there because they thought, oh no, the facts are there, nothing's gonna happen. And I'm like, but the fact scenes read to me like a Shakespearean, like, you know, like a waitress and waiter, like a maid and waiter dialogue that set the tone for the episode.
Yeah.
The like, you know, what if I'm being haunted? He's going to haunt me. He's going to haunt me, blah, blah, blah. And that's the Claire episode for Carmy.
Yeah.
Where Carmy confronts Claire.
Yeah, honestly, that scene too, I was actually feeling tense too. It did not feel funny to me. I was like, oh shit, that's not going to end well because they're the facts. Yeah.
You've introduced this theme of haunting, you know?
Yeah.
They're there for Jamie Lee Curtis. When she comes out of the fucking shit, she starts talking to them and they start talking to her. And their interactions that they have with people, they always have some sort of like advice that they don't even realize they're offering up because they're just kind of saying shit and people don't even listen to them. And I think I think it's just a fun thing. Yeah. Just fun. If you've ever read plays or any sort of like classic shit, you know that that's a trope and it's fun. It's fun to have it.
Yeah.
Why are you mad that nothing's happening? Like, what do you want? You want to see a murder on screen on the bear? Like, I don't know why you want that. That show was never... We were all like, oh my God, he's going to make the spaghetti. Oh my God, he's going to finally make the spaghetti. Oh, there's money in the spaghetti. Oh my God, that's where the money is.
Having changed, yeah.
Oh, having changed, he's going to make the spaghetti. Like, that's what we were all doing. And I thought we were there. And now everyone's like, they didn't even blow up a shark this episode. What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you want from them? I don't understand.
Remember when they all made fun of the sister's husband and now they're all nice to him? Isn't that fucking stupid?
That's fucked up.
I liked when they were bullies and saying the R slur. Because I don't know what progression and growth is as a human being.
I just want.
That's also what that Tina episode does too. Is showing the old version of Richie and Fag too. Like, and it's like, God, they've come so far. They're actually trying to be a good person now.
And isn't that a fucking feat of screenwriting that happens in the background?
It's not even
to
the
remind
focus.
you. And then the next episode is fucking Richie with
discussing
his wife,
with
his ex-wife. Being like, I don't give a shit that you're marrying your new guy. I don't care. Just don't call me lonely.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And he's moving on. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think it's just, people online. And this is only people online. If you're in the real life right now, we're not talking about you. You fully probably agree with us, or you don't, and that's also fine. But people online are saying such outrageous things that I am pissed off.
Yeah. And I guess because it all leads up to that funeral dinner, right?
We're rage baited.
We've been rage baited. Yeah, but so it all leads up to that final dinner, and like Joel McHale's there playing Joel McHale.
I want to know your opinion on this because I have opinions.
It is it's so what is it called? It's just so fucking sad when that happens. That scene happens to me.
Yeah,
because like it kind of reminds me of like when it gives me the feeling of like, okay, I've worked with people before that were absolutely shitty and fucked me up.
Yeah.
And I totally get the want of like, you fucking did this to me. Yeah. And I know 100% they would also probably be like,
I did it to you on purpose.
I did it to you on purpose, or I don't even fucking remember.
I don't remember
any
you at
of
all.
the bad shit I did. This is one where it's like, it's like I did this like the abusers justifying their abusive behavior is honestly so fucking rife in creative fields.
Very true, yeah.
And that's why it's not like that. It's weird that I'm gonna say it's like that's why I'm happy. That's why it happened that way, because the alternative is like a fairy tale. Like,
I'm glad people are talking about it.
Yeah, because I think
like the only other thing I can think about is like the movie Whiplash.
Yeah, that's like the only, and that one's so on the nose. Like,
yeah, well, it's also like it kind of leaves it up at the end where the guy is talking to the girl. He's like, we can't date because I have to drum, and if I'm not drumming, then I'm well,
and that and it also makes it seem like it's a good thing. Yeah,
I mean, I think it just leaves it up to interpretation too much. I think the movie really hinges on you thinking that Simmons is a piece of shit. Like they're like, obviously he's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
the kid is bleeding.
Yeah, he's drumming so hard that his hands start bleeding. Yeah.
Yes, this is bad for him and his body.
Yeah.
But also this is a movie and we shouldn't have to explain everything to you.
No, yeah, that's fair. And I think like the because they keep going back and forth, and even like earlier on in the season they would show, well, not season, the show, they would like show Joel McHale like still being abusive, and I like that they added more onto that with the first episode.
Yeah.
And then like during that confrontation too, where he's just like, well, I made you perfect, you're looking at this in a negative way, I only see the positives. And right at the end he's just like, I'm gonna go take a piss. Like, it doesn't even fucking matter to him.
No.
Like, it just doesn't fucking, all this psychological trauma that we see now in Carmy, where it's like he's doing the tape with the scissors or like with the knife.
Yeah.
And like that's the reason why the non-negotiables are there in the first place, and that's why he changes the menu all the time, every single day, because he wants to get that Michelin star. Yeah. And he thinks the only way to do it
is by doing this.
Yeah, becoming him, becoming Joel McHale.
Yeah.
And it's just like so sad.
It is sad because, like, I think the last episode of the second season where he's locked in the shit and he turns away Claire and he turns away Richie and he turns away pretty much everyone else in the room.
Just isolates himself in that freezer.
Fully. I think that this is an extension of that. I think people wanted him to patch things up. And that's just not real.
That's not going to happen. At least in this season, because it's way too quick around.
Yeah.
Like, it's way too quick in the scope of time. And B, like, the fucking... That changing that moment too is when I think it's kind of like shown that Carmy just gives into that trauma and just is like, this is how I'm going to do this.
This is how it's supposed to be.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have I'm in here because I wasn't focused, quote unquote, because I wasn't on the ball.
Right.
And what I have to do is cut out everyone from my
I
life.
have to go deeper into the fridge to get out of it, which is not how it works. Yeah. And a lot of people think that's how it is. A lot of people say, if you're going through hell, keep going. And it's like, yeah, but sometimes the hell is a making of your own.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a hell of your own making. And sometimes you do have to re-examine your own behaviors. And I think that's, that's something I used to think about a lot, because I was like, okay, yes, I'm being abused, right? And I have these tendencies, and I'm very emotional, and I'm in a period right now where I don't recognize that the behavior that I'm doing is maybe impacting other people. How can I, my body's in a constant fight or flight.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly fleeing or fighting.
Yeah.
Or fawning or freezing or whatever. And I'm constantly doing that, and it's hurting the people around me because I'm not able to have genuine connections.
Yeah.
But how do I physiologically stop myself from being in fight or flight? And that's where the no contact came in for me. Was like, if I cut myself off from people, it will harm me in the short term, and then eventually it will give me the space to like actually look at all my behaviors and be like, okay, I need to get level.
Yeah, like,
so that I don't harm people.
Yeah.
And that was more of what it is.
Yeah.
And also I need to have clarity to look back on what happened. And that's also like a level that people don't really understand about no contact, because it's already still taboo to even do it. So people they want to say that it's like, you're throwing people away.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, I'm leaving because I'm not good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that, like, I think it's a hard pill to swallow, because you're not born with trauma and then it's given to you and then you internalize it.
Yeah.
And then you think that everything that you were taught is useful and you need to use it to get out of wherever you think that you're drowning. And that's just not true all the time. Sometimes. Like, reality is, sometimes even when you're traumatized, your actions can hurt others.
Jesus, man.
But like, the only thing, and this is the only thing that's kept me going personally, is like, if you know how to apologize and you know how to fix the mistakes, that's like the only skill you need to learn to be a good person, because you're always going to fucking fuck up. You will always fuck up. But if you genuinely care about apologizing and fixing your mistake, you're going to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Like, no one's expecting you to be perfect.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think this season was what Carmi needed to realize, is he doesn't need to be perfect.
Yeah.
He needs to be perfect for the Michelin star, but he doesn't need to get a Michelin star. He shouldn't have done that to himself.
Yeah, he's doing this for what feels like no real good reason. And also everyone's also being like, why the fuck are you doing this, man?
Yeah, like nothing that you're doing is making sense.
Let's just have a restaurant and fucking vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And there's also the there was I guess I wanted to talk about this real quick, because it's like right at the beginning, and it's just kind of there throughout the rest, where Marcus's mom passes away.
Yes.
And I wanted to bring this up because this is one of those moments where it feels like because we're talking a lot about like passion, right? And I know we all know that Carmi has like passion, and I'm gonna kind of describe it right now as like manufactured passion.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
When it's like, I have to change the menu every day, I have to do it all these ways to be perfect, quote unquote.
Right.
And Marcus has this moment so good where he's like driving to the restaurant and he sees like a white lily or something like that, like some sort of flower, and it's white, and it's like not usually white, or it's purple. I can't remember exactly.
It's a weird color for the flower.
It's a weird color and he takes a photo of it, and it reminds him of his mom.
Yeah.
And there's like one scene where like he's at the restaurant early on like the weekend, and like he shows up, and then like Tina also shows up because she's still passionate about cooking, like for real. She wants to learn more, and the only person that's really like helping her is
Oh god,
Fuck, what's her name?
Sydney.
Is it Sydney? Yeah, Sid. Yeah.
Sid? Yeah.
Yeah, and like Sydney's the only one helping because like Carmi's a piece of shit and won't actually teach her.
Yeah.
So like she comes in and she has the passion still, and there's like this little scene between them where like he's doing the like pastry for it or like the cream for it, and it's just like this beautiful scene because like the passion's still there for both of them, and I like that kind of contrast.
Yeah, and then Marcus and Tina both kind of later on had their own little shit in the back of the kitchen where they kind of work together as they're staying later to continuously work, you know.
No, yeah, it's like
it's very sweet, you know. They're both enjoying their passions while kind of Carmi is being imprisoned by his, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. And also, speaking of Sydney, the creation of her being imprisoned by her own passion.
Yeah, and slowly
is happening.
like
she's in the process of becoming a Carmi.
And this is kind of like where
at the hands of Carmi.
Very specifically. And that's why I feel like I kind of do hope next season does show her leaving to go to another restaurant.
I hope so too, yeah.
Because,
or something like
or something else, yeah. Or some like fundamental shit has to change.
Well, because like just like I didn't want Claire to get back with Carmi, because Carmi said a bunch of awful shit. I didn't really like Claire that much, but like I don't feel like I really saw that much of Claire.
Yeah.
Like the only parts we really saw of Claire was her being like, "Why do you have to work at this restaurant?" I'm like, you know, because he has to. I don't know, but I'm also creative and I understand my bias. So I'm like, if someone came to me and was like, "Why do you have to do all this art stuff?" Ew. I would
You'd
be
be
like,
pissed off. Yeah. It'd be like, what the fuck?
Do you not get me? Like, I thought you signed up to Sara Weekly. Like, but then you're also, like, ew, I have to read? Like, what the fuck?
But that's the weird line, right? Where it's like I do understand not being like, what the fuck? But
then
like, also
you can't
being
put yourself fully into the business, but also if you're gonna date a restaurateur, they're gonna be obsessed with their business.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think like because throughout the season, like Sydney is like just trying to keep up with like all this bullshit pretty much.
Yeah.
And she gets like a call from the head chef of the guy who's the what is it, that restaurant that's closing?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna make a new restaurant.
And he wants to start it really soon, which I think is a red flag.
And wants her to be the fucking head chef.
Yeah,
basically being Carmi's position or working under him. Yeah,
we're all in love with all these characters, though. We all want the best for them, and I think people want the best for them right now.
No, yeah,
and I'm like, I want Sydney to leave because it's realistic. Because what the fuck is there with Carmi?
Yeah,
what is there? She's constantly being talked over. She doesn't have her point of views not being taken into account at all.
Yeah.
He's constantly making the menus every day. She doesn't have any input.
She has like suggestions, and then it's usually shot down like pretty quickly,
and that's fucked up. But they want to call her like a partner, like a 50%.
Yeah, and it's like don't sign that.
No,
actually.
Yeah, I've been in situations like that where it's like, no, we're gonna do 30-30-30, and I'm like, right, but all my ideas are being shot down all the time, and technically it's your shit. I don't actually want that.
Yeah,
even if it's a good monetarily like incentivized thing for me.
Yeah, is it actually like...
I actually don't want that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to create stuff, and I think Sydney that's what she wants as well.
Yeah.
And she deserves that, man, you know? But that's also like because I'm fully projecting. I'm fully like, you need this, honey.
Yeah.
You need to do this.
Because I think, she breaks down at the end of the season too, right? Yeah, because there's like a after party and they're all at her house, I think.
Yeah, and she doesn't know. It's like she has to determine like what's going on, I think.
Yeah, it's like really just stressful. Yeah, Jesus. And I think and that's the other thing that the season is really setting up for next season. It's the uncle character being like, I can't afford this restaurant.
Physically can't afford this restaurant actually now.
I didn't notice this too, because at the end of the season finale, like it just focuses on the review, but apparently there's like a bunch of missed calls from the uncle character and the computer. Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, oh fuck.
No, that's how he knows to check the news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
To see the review, and the review is that it's disorganized.
Mixed. Yeah, it's like it goes between both brilliant but also like not good, and like it's just like shit. Because the goal was, if it's not a good review, it's getting shut down.
Which is a crazy thing, because the original agreement, I think they signed up for like it to have like a certain amount of service, and then they would try to get a star. Yeah. And so he's like fully reneging on that contract.
Honestly, yeah.
Which that would be my
I think the reason why is because
know.
it's revealed that he doesn't have any money left.
Yeah, he's fully fucked.
Yeah, and it's like, and
his kind of
growth, yeah, but his also growth, I guess, is kind of like realizing that he actually does care about these, like, his quote unquote kids, you know?
Well, I think he always had, like, even in the Christmas episode where Richie lies to his current wife, but now, well, current ex-wife, former wife.
Yeah.
Where he lies to his wife, where he's like, oh yeah, he's gonna give me a job.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he's like, he lies to his wife to like save face. I think it's sort of like that kind of person that doesn't really know how to show affection in any sort of way.
Yeah.
But is like, I will do it through actions, you know? So I think he always has cared. I think he's just like, he regrets not being there to help with them as they were children.
I think he says that like verbatim, like he wished he did more.
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's just like I really, I think long term, this is a beautiful season.
I think it's great. I think it's gonna lead up to a lot of good shit. I understand if you're disappointed by it because you thought I thought a bunch of shit was gonna go differently.
Yeah,
like a lot, and it didn't happen, and I felt a little unsatisfied too. But I also recognize, like, I'm unsatisfied by life, dude. Dog, this is just life.
And this is one of those things too where it definitely, again, it feels like the ending of like mid-season because they're filming them back to back.
Yeah, I think that's also part
and that's
of it.
why it feels a little bit like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But also like that's why I feel so confident in the next season, because honestly, if this was the mid-season break, I'd be like, oh shit, yeah.
They're giving everybody a chance to catch up with the Emmys. That's what it is. They're like, you know what? We don't need any more.
We don't need any more Emmys, guys. We're good.
We're good. You guys can get some. I don't know.
What, a Christopher Storer, or whatever his name is, just polishing the last one. Like, be a little bit shittier this time.
Yeah, do it a little worse.
It's not. We still have that 9 Inch Nails license, right? I got a brilliant idea.
We're gonna use the fuck out of that. Are you kidding me?
Like, I know they've been doing that, but it's just like that one episode just being that. Don't get me wrong, love it. Great song, but like... It is really funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
God. But I mean, I don't know. That's why, like, I think the show still stands up, is that, that sound design's great.
Yeah.
Fucking visually beautiful. Fucking, no notes there. Story, I'm excited for the next season.
Me too. I liked it. I don't know. I think,
Yeah, and I really, guys, I swear to God, I get why no one likes it. But
well, I've seen threads on Twitter that are like, finally you guys are coming around to the idea that The Bear is a bad show.
Like in general?
Yeah, and I'm like, no, we're fucking not, dude. Like, you can criticize
I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but the whole reason why we watched this show is I was curious about it. I think because it won a bunch of Emmys.
Yeah.
And I watched the first 5 minutes and I stopped watching, and I came out to you and was like, we both have to watch The Bear.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't think a show has sold me so quickly.
Well, it was like all the comedy of it with the first season was like people putting on an apron and being like, hey, cousin.
Yeah.
You know, and that was it. And I'm like, okay, you guys didn't. And then we watched the show and it's about like his brother's suicide. And I was like, okay. Are people just not paying attention, or like, I don't get it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Hey, I don't want to do the pasta sauce. That's what you got.
That's
from
what you got from it. Yeah.
Really? Holy shit, dude.
Richie gets stabbed one time. That's all you guys focus on.
It's a funny conversation though between the people that are like, hey, gabagool, I'm an Italian. And, oh my God, he's making the spaghetti.
Yeah.
He said he would never make the spaghetti, and now he's doing it for his familia.
We're all freaks, okay? We're all freaks about this.
Everyone's a freak. We're all connected. We love you.
Exactly. Yeah. I can't believe people are saying that it's a bad.
I know, you're
you
so
cannot
dumb.
like it. It might not be your like taste.
You
but
could not like it. It's not a bad show.
That's a little wild to be like.
I'm trying to even think of a bad show.
Yeah, what is a bad?
What is a bad show? You're saying that on the same website that made that AI conservative cartoon show.
That's
might
a
as well
real
just
TV
be
show.
slur after slur after slur
Or
after slur.
That Mr. Bircham from the Daily Wire, where it's Carson, not Carson Daly. What the fuck's his name? Adam Carolla. That's two people.
That's very different people.
Adam Carolla just being a fucking idiot for 20
or like
minutes.
The Prince. There was of the young.
Oh yeah,
But I've heard that was funny too. I heard from some people that it was funny, but I don't know if I trust their opinion on what's funny.
Honestly, no, I get that. Yeah,
But I know some people did think it was funny, or like I don't know. Everyone shit on Big Mouth, but then there are some parts of Big Mouth that are good.
Yeah.
Even Family Guy. Like we watched some old Family Guy recently, and I was like, this shit is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. God damn it.
I don't know. Yeah, bad show is kind of a wild
Difficult.
critique.
Lost, honestly, you could call Lost a bad show for sure.
Yeah.
100%. You think I'm gonna tell you no? Dude, I hate Lost. I love it so much. I know everything about it.
But you at least just love the bear, yeah. As opposed
there's
to
nothing
there
wrong
are
with
layers,
the bear.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the bear. There's a lot wrong with Laws. But it's still one of my favorite shows of all time because it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
God. But yeah, no, go watch it.
Yeah,
please.
go watch
The
season
Bear.
3 of The Bear. It
is good. It is a good season.
Maybe lower your expectations a little bit if you watch the first two. It's not going to be as good, but it's still good.
It's still a good season. Yeah.
If you're watching a show and you're like, I want to live in this world forever. The world of Chicago. I want to live in this Chicago world forever. But I know if I go to Chicago, it's not going to be like this.
Yeah.
I want to live in this show specifically's version of Chicago forever. It's a good show.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I can't stress enough.
The fuck are y'all talking about?
I will say, everyone writing think pieces on the 3rd season's really funny, though.
It is pretty funny, man.
There was I think it was on Slate or something, where it was the season 3 of The Bear is about season 3 of The Bear, and I'm like,
okay, you gotta pull your head way out of your ass, dude. You gotta do that shit. It's fucking.
And it's
just.
I didn't read it, but I think I read a paragraph and I forgot all of it, and it was just wait, hold on, okay. Do I even want to engage with this?
Yeah, right?
That's rage bait right there.
That is rage bait. Slate. Come on, dude. What the fuck?
Okay.
All right, time to calm down.
Let's all chill. Let's all chill out. Yeah.
Let's chill out. Just chill out. Have a good time.
So
we're both getting back into music.
We went to Guitar Center yesterday.
We did. How did you feel?
Felt good. I don't know. It's
good shit.
Yeah, I think being on the.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking go to the Guitar Center and try to have a good time.
Honestly, yeah, fucking
yeah.
I will say with the Wellbutrin, it definitely. I think I said it before the podcast recording, but I've been feeling a need of go. Mm-hmm. I think it's because the depression again has been it's.
And Wellbutrin too on its own is that.
Yeah, so I definitely feel I don't know, because I've been I've been talking. I've made music before.
Yeah.
And I've played guitar. I used to play drums as a kid, and I think that's what I want to get back into is drumming.
Yeah.
And I'm missing a bunch of shit for the electronic drum kit. Not even a bunch, just 3 things, but pivotal.
Well, it was more shit than I realized. I thought it was you only had to get the drum key. And that was it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you were missing a lot of other shit also.
An arm and 3 things to hold up a bunch of electronic drum pads.
And a foot. We were missing a foot of it. And so I'm oh, okay,
yeah.
well. But
gotta
at least
go get it.
Yeah, but we got some stuff. We got you a drum pad, drumsticks. I didn't know they make this now, but you can do different voltage of your power adapters.
Yeah, because apparently they do it for guitar pedals, but apparently you can just plug it into other shit that needs it. Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, which was pretty cool, honestly. I had no idea that even existed.
Yeah, there's something about a Guitar Center mid lunch break that's kind of a vibe and also annoying, but mostly a vibe.
Yeah, because you miss out on the guy that harasses you the entire time
and is trying to fucking sell you a bunch of bullshit.
It was really interesting because I was more where the fuck is everybody? They locked up all the drum shit
Yeah, that's what's so like. I don't know why this is set up this way, where they just have all the drumsticks. Like you have to get someone to grab them.
Yeah.
To the point where like I just grabbed what was on the counter already.
Which I guess it's because people will just go behind there and take it and then drum on everything and ruin everything.
No, I
guess.
bet. Yeah, but it's still like, damn, I just want to fucking.
Yeah, I just want to buy drumsticks and get the fuck out of here. I don't want to waste an hour.
Exactly. Yeah. But I don't know. Like it was just like nice going in playing the. Apparently they didn't have like actual drum kits set up. They did last time, I think. No, last time the room was just completely filled with bullshit.
Yeah, it was filled with like boxes.
But yeah, they're just showing off like $2,000 electronic drum kits now.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
$4,500, where it's essentially just the size of a drum kit.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, okay.
Cool. Thanks.
I guess the good thing is that you can turn it off and then it's quieter.
I guess, yeah.
You know, I guess that's the point of an electric drum kit.
And because I looked up drumming like drills because I got like a little pad to drum on.
Yeah.
I'm now just getting drum YouTube videos.
This is what I want to talk about,
but
though.
Also, because fucking there's a new type of electronic drum that just has like regular ass cymbals on it, and we played it there. And apparently
the cymbals had holes in them.
Yeah, and like the video had the clickbaity like text over it, like cymbal solved ? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, like what's the
problem? I haven't watched it yet, but I'm like, why do we? Can we just keep it all like?
I'm chronically online.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of hobbies.
Yeah.
You know, we're both neurodivergent. We both have hyperfixations.
Yeah.
I adore hobby drama.
You watch a lot of like crochet yarn drama videos.
Especially if crochet yarn drama I think is so interesting because it's like very like she stole my pattern from here or whatever or something. They're making the exact thing.
Yeah.
Or there's the whole like cross-stitched crocheted Stardew Valley pillow thing. That was a big deal. Or knitting.com, which was fully a finance bro drama. I watched one specific creator that I really like that goes over it. And I don't remember their name. I think it's them. Fucking I think they're them. I like drama from shit I don't even know anything about.
Yeah.
But I do have to know some of the terms, or else I'm like,
none of the shit makes sense.
It's like I can't get into a lot of the science ones because it'll be like this scientist ABG said GGD
it's like,
and I'm
just
like
garbled speech basically, you know, where
it's
that's
like,
how it's coming into your head.
The study was double blind. I'm like, I don't even fucking know what's happening. I don't know anything. I'm too dumb for this.
Yeah.
It has to be dumb enough for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love music drama
a
lot. Guitar YouTubers are their own brand. They're so funny.
Oh, are we gonna talk about
Rick Beato?
Rick Beato? I can't remember his fucking name. Yeah,
dude, Dick Beato, man, what a guy! One of the guys at the Guitar Center was like, Rick Beato didn't want this shirt. He was like selling vintage shirts to the people that worked at Guitar Center.
Yeah, it was like
out of a bag that he carried on his back.
It was a weird.
It was a strange time, but it's Florida, so there's always weird characters. And this guy was walking around like harassing the Guitar Center employees.
The one employee that was still working during the lunch break. Funny, but yeah,
that poor guy.
Jesus.
And we were just like, can we get our drum stuff and leave?
Yeah, I just want to.
Please.
I just want my drums.
But there's always drama in shit, and I want to look at r/BandMembers.
Okay, that sounds good to me, because I remember when we went to Guitar Center apparently just has a board for you to put up like meeting new band members. There was one that was really funny where it was like some guy's full legal name and then like transplant from Miami bringing rock and roll back.
Those are so fun.
Yeah, and I'm like, I would not. And it's like want professional musicians for, you know, and I'm just like, well, who do you think?
Well, the best part about that is like it could either be a guy that's like at least have picked up your instrument 10 times.
Yeah.
Like that's all I want you to do. That's what I mean by a professional. Or it's a guy that's like, if you don't have your master's degree in guitar, don't even look at me. And it's like, who are you? This is your first band.
All great guitarists went to university to get an MFA before they made Def Leppard. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the odds that I said that, and then I'm gonna go on fucking Wikipedia later, and that's gonna be like, oh yeah, they all did get their MFAs. What are those
usually,
fucking odds?
I mean, yeah, like there's like,
not to shit on getting a fine. I think it's cool if you go to college and you decide to pursue like guitar as a fucking
lots
thing.
of people.
Do it, yeah.
Lots of people get really into music. There's a section, getting really into music theory. I feel like it takes a lot of like studiousness.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
in general, music it's a discipline.
Oh yeah, no,
just
I
like
agree.
People say that sports people are dumb because they spend all their time doing sports. And it's like, no, there's a lot of science that goes into that shit.
No, that's why when that's why I say every state gets one golf course. That's all we need. Because because I can understand a little bit golf is a sport. Okay, I can understand that. But also
fucking
we don't need 20 different fucking Disney World ass
that ruins the environment.
That ruins the environment. Yeah. You get one.
Imported grass.
One per state. Great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Not even imported, just do it on the dirt. Fuck it. Make it harder.
Change the sport completely.
If you're in Utah, don't import grass, all right? You got to do it on rock.
Sand. All of it.
Wouldn't that make it cooler? Fuck you, rich assholes that just want to drive around on a golf cart. I want you
spend so much money on water and water shit.
Death Valley, 130 degrees. I want you to be out there golfing, all right?
You could make it like an X Games golf.
Yeah, fuck
X Games golf.
That's cool.
Dangerous.
Shit. Yeah.
First one to die of heat stroke loses.
But that's why, people who do sports as well, I think, they at least understand their sports.
To be camels just to be good at golfing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Every state gets one. That's my directive as president. Vote for me in the 2024 ballot. But But okay, r/BandMembers, sorry.
r/members, there's so much drama that can come up in a band. I've been in 2 bands. I've hung out with a lot of musicians in my life. I would argue, more expertise in this area than any other area. I don't think you should listen to me ever
for any other thing, but this is...
And I have a lot of really controversial opinions, so you're gonna be like, ew, no, Sara, ew, gross.
Let's fucking go, dude.
So we're gonna read this, okay?
Okay.
This one's titled Unreliable Bandmate.
Okay.
Most often, I think
this is a core band breaking up reason. Yeah,
is everyone wants to get together, but they really just kind of don't want to do it. They just want to hang out, and then they want to stop hanging.
Yeah.
Okay. A few months ago, I met a singer, and we get along great as people, and started rehearsing at least once a week since then. I really value his talent at singing. I've been playing guitar for about 15 years with recording and gigging experience in previous bands.
Okay.
We share similar interest in genres, although he has a narrower range of artists he's into, which is totally fine. However, there have been a few potential red flags that keep popping up, and as best I try to ignore them, I'm not blind.
Okay, so what are these red flags, though?
I also think it's really interesting how it's always it's very funny that it's a group of people and they all get together and then they start complaining about each other as if they're in a marriage.
Yeah.
And that's because it is. You're married to a bunch of people you don't care for romantically and you're hopefully not sexually involved.
Yeah, but at least artistically you're kind of
maybe you don't even like them. Maybe you don't even like them, but you do have to show up at their house and
this
work
is your fucking,
together.
Yeah.
And maybe even have a joint bank account.
Oh, yeah,
at some
actually,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, he always says he would like to start gigging soon. However, he doesn't have his own equipment and always borrows mine. I don't mind this, but he keeps saying he's skint, I don't know what that means, and says he'll eventually get a bass, get his computer fixed to work on songs, etc. I feel like I've been hearing this since we first met. We've got pretty much all the gear, and he doesn't so much as have a strap for a guitar.
How many months have we been saying we're gonna get new mic stands, and we still haven't? Okay, sorry. Okay.
That is part of it.
Have you guys seen the economy?
Yeah, I don't like the feeling of being taken advantage of, whether he means to or not. Secondly, I'm usually quite busy with uni. However, I do make the effort to produce and structure our songs as well as learn our material. Okay, that's a real problem.
How old is this guy?
If he's not learning the material, that's a problem.
That is a problem, yeah. How old is this guy? Writing it?
No
age given? Okay.
No, you don't have to do that.
All right.
55? 18? Who knows? He said he had 15 years recording and gigging experience, so.
So, okay, even assuming 18, maybe in 30s, okay.
Yeah, that's true. I feel prepared yet underprepared when it comes to gigging with him. I don't want to make an ass out of ourselves and would like to be as prepared as possible. Finally, he has a habit of being late / getting lost / not being punctual. We rehearse at my place since I have all the gear, and yet he still finds himself lost along the way / work held him up / traffic was bad, etc. How are you getting lost multiple times?
To go into the same house.
And you're there every week. That's wild.
That is a little weird.
That's
I could
sus.
understand like work keeping you late, or like if you're doing like an hourly job or something, because that definitely happened with me at like Universal and stuff.
Like you would get lost?
No, like what is it? Like getting held back late and then traffic being bad.
True.
Those two things are like out of control. If those are true, at least. But yeah, maybe the getting lost is weird. I do agree with you.
I think that's a little strange.
Unless that's for like gigs, but they don't do gigs.
They don't do gigs. Yeah, they're just practicing. So
how many times? I think
it's like once a week. Yeah. Every now and then this is understandable, but his consistency of not being punctual makes me feel uneasy when we want to play live together. I simply don't trust him to be there when and where I need him. I'm at a crossroads here. I like him as a friend and as a person, however, I don't find him to be reliable. I just want to create music with people who are prepared and bring as much effort to the table as I do. Dude, stab in the heart, it's so real.
Yeah.
I want to be in a band now and start gigging, but I feel slightly deflated and stuck in a circle when it comes to him. Should I stick it out or actively seek an established band to join? Thanks to everyone to your insights and opinions. Yeah.
What's your opinion on this, Miss Band person?
So this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Is being in a band with somebody is in a gray area of having a personal relationship with them and having a professional one.
Yeah. Danger zone, yeah. Like,
do you want to hang out or do you want to gig? If you want to gig, you have to find a gigging band.
Yeah.
Or make a gigging band. And if not everyone is on the same page, you're not going to end up gigging. That's why it's so difficult, like in situations like these, to get out there and do some shit.
No, yeah, for sure. And I think in general, like any group projects, creatively is definitely going to be a fucking...
Yeah.
The second there's more than like one person working on something and you have to start scheduling stuff, it can start to slowly be like, okay, well...
think about any group project you've had where someone just doesn't do any of the work.
Yeah. Me in college, apparently, yeah. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, you got to put on the flyer in the Guitar Center, wanted for gigging, please have own equipment.
Yeah.
If that's really what you want. But I can also understand the other guy's like perspective of like, I can't afford fucking equipment. And, yeah.
I mean, well, that's the thing. There's a level of class to get into it.
Oh, for sure.
You know? Like you can make it as easy as you can on yourself, but like it is expected you usually have your own gear, or you're gigging with somebody who's open to the idea of you all sharing gear.
Yeah, because if you already have the gear at your place, why can't you gig with that gear?
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want to let him use your gear all the time. I think he also thinks that like one of the things that does happen is, I'll just take this home so I can practice it. And he knows he's not practicing because he doesn't have any fucking gear.
Yeah. Huh. Weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an experience like this? Or
100%, yeah. It's like my mentality of it is, how can we get the thing done? I don't really care about any of the social constraints of getting there as long as everyone's boundaries are respected.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is you have to rely on people knowing what their boundaries are, because sometimes you'll get into a band and people will be like, let's have a joint bank account and everyone puts in $10 of their paycheck every time they get a paycheck, and we'll use that to buy, equipment. And then it's getting to a point where you're never gigging, and then it's like, okay, well, how do we split up the equipment?
Yeah, it's like,
I don't know. We should have signed a contract. Oh no. Or, and then it becomes like, I guess you could have that, and then I'll do this just so I don't cause a scene. And then for years later, you're like, fucking
piece of
so
shit.
much money. Now I gotta buy it again, and it's $200 more. Fuck. And it's like, all of it, it's purely like a transactional. It's not okay to be transactional in your like interpersonal relationships, like with your friends and with your lovers and with your wife or your husband or your children. I think when there's money involved, it is it's transactional. You should be transactional. You should absolutely be like, okay, this costs $200. We're putting this amount in. If you want to take it after the end of it, you give me $50. I take $50 from you.
Yeah. You gotta pay the share. Yeah. I think that's the most reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
I know. It's hard. These situations happen and it's very difficult, and I think it's very interesting. Most people are like, find a different band or whatever. And just say, like, I would just be like, okay, let this guy think whatever he wants about the band. I'm just going to treat this as gigging, as practicing and hanging out with this guy until he gets on his feet, because I don't want to judge him for not having money, you know?
Yeah, that'd be shitty.
But I don't feel like I want to offer up my gear to him. I want to find people that have their own gear.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do a serious band on the side and not put as much effort into this one.
Because if you still want to hang, you shouldn't just like kick someone out of your friend group, because if you'd see them as a friend at least, yeah, that is fucking weird. I kind of get that too of like how it was in film school, like fucking
that's true.
Like it's very felt it, because like thankfully the transaction was we went through the film club, so then everything would go through, and also I had no say in how anything was being spent, which was cool.
Yeah,
but like like at least everything was technically the school's property. That for that.
True, that makes it simpler actually.
Yeah, because at least it's like one entity has it. Yeah, but then it's like, God, if we all had like shared cameras and like we're all like, I would not do that, dude.
I know, right? Because it's like I can say right now, like, I don't really care who uses my gear.
Yeah,
and then some guy comes in and breaks all my strings by just being clumsy with it. I'm gonna be like, fuck you.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm going to be like, go fuck yourself.
And I will say, I think it is smarter at least to do the more communal, like, let's all pool our paychecks together. Because there's strength in the numbers, of like everyone.
It makes everyone involved.
Yeah. And it also like, it helps out with bigger purchases if there's more money, even if it's a little part of each.
But then what if someone gets laid off?
Yeah, then it's like, how do you, because if you keep the equipment in the band, you got to pay that guy then,
Right.
We should just get rid of money.
This is the thing, and it all goes back to communism. Like,
we should just get rid of money.
No, it sucks. Is you want to make art, and it shows like the realities of the situation where it's, if
going
you
to
want to
Guitar
make
Center,
this,
man, and also seeing all the expensive shit was really like,
oh my God, we have to.
If we're gonna do anything, we're gonna have to save money.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and like the fucking like $4,000 guitars. I'm like, it's never gonna sound $4,000 worth of money.
There are people that say that. I've watched so many videos that are like comparing $500 guitars to $10,000.
Well, that's the thing. There's a fucking limit. Not even a limit. Diminishing returns at least.
Yeah, at some point you're just buying the name of it. You know, there's some really good ones. Like there is, and it's different for each instrument. I'm talking about like, I think it was like Epiphones versus Gibsons. Epiphones used to be really shitty, and then
they became like really good, right?
They were pretty good around the time I picked up my Epiphone, and I was really like, oh no, I have an Epiphone and not a Gibson, because I wanted the Gibson shape, because I liked it, and I liked that it was deeper, and I like a deeper tone.
No, yeah.
And so I painted over the Epiphone label because I didn't want anyone to know that I was cheap and I'm poor.
Meanwhile, I have a knockoff Strat guitar shape, and I still have the stupid BC on the side of it. Yeah,
but it's also like if you buy a first act for $20, it's not gonna sound good. It's just not going to. Maybe it will if you like really fix it up a lot. Or something.
And like put your fucking. I will say the first act acoustic we have isn't that bad.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, but also we did replace the strings on it, and like you have to do a little bit of effort on it.
And I still think like if I got to a skill level that surpassed the first act,
you're right. I will say the $300 classic guitar we played would probably be better.
The $2,000 classical guitar that we played sounds way better than the $300 one.
You are right. Yeah.
There are reasonings for it.
Yeah.
And there are actual manufactured like reasonings for it. Like it's not a bolt-on neck. It's all one piece of wood. It's all these different types. It's a different type of wood that's more expensive because it's more rare. or there's different types of
it's like
craftsmanship.
whatever XYZ it is.
Yeah, but at some point it depends on like what you like, and what you like might be cheaper.
Yeah.
You know?
I will say too, and I guess with electric guitars, I feel like there's a lot more room to like kind of
because most of it is just wiring.
Wiring, and then also like you're gonna put it through 10 effects anyway to get a very specific sound. Because also like
with electrics, I'm like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah, because I don't think a $4,000 electric is ever gonna truly sell me. Because also like
it depends.
I know it depends, but like this is your gear moment, by the way. I just want to.
Well, I'm just being honest with you. If you want something that like has a bunch of different like effects, like not even just effects, but like, okay, I want a 5-way switch. I want something that has,
I get what you mean.
You know, I want to be able to turn down the treble and the mids on my guitar because that's the type of player I am.
Yeah.
I want to have that. Then you should spring for that.
No, I get that. Yeah.
And I don't want to learn how to solder. Yeah. I'm gonna buy a $4,000 fucking guitar.
Okay, gotcha.
But I think anything past $10,000 or something, that was what it was a couple of years ago. It's like anything past $10,000 is like, what are you doing?
You're just spending money to spend money at that point.
Yeah, but I don't know how it is now. If they've
I wonder
technology increasing, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't freaking know.
God. I will say though, I remember watching this video, and I think I've talked about it before. I know I've told you about it, but I don't know if I said it on the show, where like some guy like has a pedal company, and he like compared like classic pedals to like the cheapo Behringer ones.
Yeah,
and like
they're
9 out of 10 are they're dead on just because they're the same wiring and the same like you know.
And there's a level of it that is like you're just judging the label.
Yeah. Your friend did judge me when I said I had a Behringer fucking.
He judges me when I had a Behringer fucking audio interface, dude.
Yeah. I mean, if it gets the fucking job done.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
It's so weird. I guess like that's how it kind of felt walking through like a little bit. Like, okay, like walking through like the Guitar Center with like the keys and stuff. Like part of me was like, I can get like half of this. I can understand why half of this is as expensive as it is.
Yeah, like pianos and stuff when you want weighted probably more often.
And like fucking
especially if you're like an adult.
Yeah, and like even walking past like the lighting fixtures for like DJing and like, you know, all this other shit. Like there's parts of it I can understand.
Yeah, if you need it.
Yeah, if you
it's
need
for a very specific person doing a very specific job.
Yeah, exactly.
Even some of the DJ equipment, I'm like, unless you're going to learn this equipment over time, just rent it.
Yeah, honestly, just rent it.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird with like equipment like in general and like because it's just like fucking
like the lighting fixtures, rent it.
Just rent it, yeah.
Because you're buying this for like 1 gig, right?
Yeah.
Why would you have a disco ball in your
honestly, unless you're gonna start your own rental company.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's funny.
Yeah.
Drummer dropped our gig to go see Green Day.
To get experience, to see what a drummer's like in person.
We just booked 2 shows in August, and these shows are supposed to gain traction for our EP that we're recording at the end of the month. So it's not recorded yet. Either.
Okay, not recorded yet.
Okay. Our drummer dropped out of one of the gigs due to his parents booking a cruise. Today, I just got a message that he's dropping the other show as well to go see Green Day with his friends. I guess he was supposed to see Green Day the day after our show, but now his parents want to fly out that day, so he's dropping out of our show to go to the concert a day early. I'm not sure what to do. I've never subbed a drummer before, and we've just spent all this time learning and tightening the EP songs. I don't want to have to teach another drummer the parts all over again. Has anyone had a similar experience happen in their band? Literally happens fucking all the time. Like people just fucking leave. The amount of times I've been at shows that are like open mics and then a bunch of bands like go up, or gigs that are like 8 bands are playing that day for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like everyone has like a fucking 25-minute set. It's like a weird time frame because, you know, you want to get as many bands in to get as many people in to get the most money to divide the most.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. And then, you know, fucking if they're getting paid at all.
Yeah.
And then I was at one and this band comes up and the guy has the guitarist has a sock over his headstock.
Yeah.
Which was funny as fuck. And they start playing, and there's no singer.
Really?
And they're just kind of looking at each other like, what the hell? And then finally the guitarist goes up to the mic and he's like, our singer Greg was supposed to be here, but he just fucking no-showed. So everyone on 3 go, fuck Greg. 3, 2, 1. And we all shouted, fuck Greg. And then the guitarist played like, I swear to God, Jimi Hendrix. Exactly like Jimi Hendrix. And I think I paid really $10 to see the show. And I was like, what? I went to go see the show for this guy that I had a crush on who was in a band, and it was before I was ever in a band. And he was so bad, it made me believe in myself.
Yeah, I could do that.
And then I saw that guy, and I was like, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah, I get that.
Man, I am not attracted to that other man anymore.
Yeah, I want to look at a cool person, yeah. That's really funny.
Yeah, it was amazing. Everybody, yeah, there's so many stories of people that are in bands that are like, yeah, they just didn't show up.
Yeah. Play without the drummer, fuck it. Just fucking... I feel like, yeah, that's what you got to do, right? You just have to fucking... Because you got to learn to adapt, because shit'll go wrong.
And that's why Rick Beato saying, you can't quantize your drums. You have to... The drummers have to show up. I'm sorry. If you want us to stop quantizing drums and using drum machines, the drummers need to show up to the gigs first. I'm so sorry. Hashtag not all drummers.
No, I get that. I will say, yeah, okay, because that's really, I think, that what we want to talk about, because we'll keep bringing up that Rick Beato video and response.
He's so funny.
I didn't know who the fuck this guy was until Fantano said that, like, it made that response video.
I was vaguely aware of him, but like I grew up on like Marty songs and like,
oh yeah, with who had the fedora, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's a sweet guy. He's like
cool guy.
The only one that everyone likes. Honestly.
No, yeah, I remember liking him too. He taught me my first tabs, actually.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Personally, not through YouTube, but
he's like one of the only ones that ever taught me the closest to the White Stripes, not Seven Nation Army, the other one. With Ball and Biscuit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was really good at doing Ball and Biscuit, and because he was like, I'm not gonna tab out all of his solos, that's dumb.
Hell yeah.
You should just riff on E minor
and just have fun.
Blues and have fun. And but I'm gonna teach you the parts in between. And it was really cool.
That was cool, yeah.
But I have no idea who the fuck Rick Beato was, but he's so big on YouTube. And I listened to his like top 10 billboards or whatever recently. And he's going through like what I think is one of my favorite top 10 billboards in like
history, like in a little bit.
5 years. Yeah, like his shit is amazing right now. All pop music right now I'm fucking really into. And it takes a lot for me to get really into pop music.
Yeah.
Because I'm a dick, and
you're a piece of shit hipster.
Yeah, and I'm really into it. Everything sounds great. Sabrina Carpenter's great. Chapel Roan is amazing.
Yeah.
Charlie XCX. I don't even like Charlie XCX because Josh wants to fuck her. Josh is sexually attracted to Charlie XCX. Do you know how good you have to be as a musician for me to say, yeah, you're really good at music? Woman that my boyfriend wants to have intercourse with. That's crazy.
I plead the fifth. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, Josh is like, why are you just making shit up? I'm not making shit up. He tells me every day he wants to fuck Charlie XCX. Okay. But then Rick Beato's like, no way, people don't like music anymore. Everyone doesn't want to learn music. Children don't have appreciation for music. Like, we're not having, like, Stan Twitter doesn't making people kill themselves over not liking BTS. Like, what are you talking about, dude? You're just old. You're just old and you don't know anything. And I watched we watched his 32-minute if I had to relearn guitar all over again.
We didn't even watch the full thing. I think at some point I was like, you gotta turn this fucking shit off. I need to pick Reddit stories. God damn it.
We basically watched the whole thing.
We did basically watch the whole thing. But can we,
me as a music theory nerd, he was just like, I wouldn't do this, I would do that. And then he does the same thing. It's amazing.
Yeah. That fucking video is so... I feel like everyone...
What was your takeaway of it?
Well, okay, because the problems with the music industry right now is it can be summed up in one word: Spotify.
Yes, capitalism.
Sorry,
again.
Another bigger word, capitalism. Yeah, but
yeah.
no, like the idea that because music is now not even easily made. That's such a dog shit way of explaining it. More accessible is what he's complaining about, but he's saying music is too easy to make, and that's not true.
Yeah, I think you haven't listened to a lot of the shitty shit that people put out.
And here's the thing too, is like there's only the one point you should make about music right now, because I'm thinking of the Drew Gooden video about AI. Great video. Go watch it.
That's a fantastic video.
Yeah, the talking about like you can just make a song by writing in a prompt. Like that's shitty, actually. We shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
And I think it's bullshit that Spotify is making a bunch of fake artists and just
I think it's bullshit.
Like, yeah, and just like scrubbing through their entire catalog to like make shitty AI things, you know?
And that's the one part of Rick Beato's video that Fantano didn't touch, was the AI part. And I was like surprised by it. I think it's because since he's like arguing with Beato, Fantano knows that the internet is polarized. So if he's arguing with Beato and Beato is like, I don't like AI, then people are gonna think that Fantano's arguing for AI.
No, yeah,
and I don't know his opinions on it.
No, I don't think he likes
doesn't.
AI. Yeah, because I think he just made a video recently that was like, please stop using AI art in your album covers. I think, because everyone's doing it. And it's fucking dog shit.
Dumb, yeah,
yeah, and like I don't know, man. Like that's like the only like reasonable complaint you could have about quote unquote making music is too easy, but that's like still the wrong way of framing it.
Yeah,
and that's my problem from a writer's standpoint is what the point you're trying to make isn't the point you're trying to make.
No, and it's the people are devaluing the creation of art.
Yeah,
they're not devaluing
which has
the
been
art.
A problem in music forever.
Yeah,
like the idea that like you could make a #1 hit and still like not really actually have any money because technically all the money you have, like for a while, like they would loan you money and then like pay up. You got to pay us back.
Yeah, now you have to pay.
Your thing didn't actually earn the $5 million we thought it was. So,
or you're a black artist in the fucking 50s.
Oh yeah,
and you make a hit single, and they sell your record on a compilation record. I forgot the name of them, but they would sell your single in a compilation of other black artists and sell it for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Then Elvis fucking Presley would redo it. And he would get all the fucking money because he's a white man.
Yeah.
And he would also butcher your song. If you like any Elvis Presley song, type it into Google.
Yeah.
And you will find a better version of it that is the original version.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And like
there's so many different instances of companies and capitalism wrestling away the rights of the creative person.
Yeah. And I think that is a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think it's producer packs with 15 different with a snare.
And he's never he talks so declaratively, which I have a problem with people on the internet talking declaratively anyway. I feel like I do it sometimes, but only when I really believe in something. Sometimes just I forget to not do that because it's so the culture. But I just hate how he talks so declaratively and then he says such wrong shit. Like, I get you guys now when you critique us. I understand the anger, because me too. But it's just my shit is with Rick Beato and your shit is with me.
Yeah.
And I love you, and I love Rick Beato. But we're all the same, and that's why we're struggling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are each other, therefore we must butt heads because we hate ourselves.
Fuck, man. But so that video happened, and then he had to make a response video because gotta get those clicks.
Yeah,
and doesn't say anything in the video, but does a really funny thing that we should all start doing.
Listen, guys, music is on a downturn because no one Googles the word music anymore. No one's interested. No one's listening to music anymore.
Video games are going down.
Video games down.
Or no, they were going up and then they're going down. Yeah, sorry.
Pop music is going down.
Yeah. Which, okay. Multiple issues I have with that. One, you're going off of search term data, not looking outside and touching grass. Second,
talking to
people and being like, do you listen to music?
Or even just going on Twitter. I know we got to teach this old man Twitter, but
also, radio exists still. And that's how fucking people were listening to music 40, 50 fucking years ago.
Or maybe just go on YouTube and look up any music creator on the platform that you make your money off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dumb. But like, okay, that's problem A. Problem B.
Yeah.
Let's say for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
Let's be Ben Shapiro for a minute. Let's say for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
That search terms are 100% accurate to
yeah.
the will of the people.
Right.
There's another thing going on as well, and that is the decentralization of literally like pop culture as a whole.
Yeah, I
like
get
where there's so many sub niches and there's so many like other like there's so many like fractional pieces now of like what we would call pop. There's like, you know, fucking like there was still like rock,
You're
alt rock,
right.
yeah, like it doesn't even fucking matter. Yeah, subgenres, yeah. And like they're growing because music is surprisingly still around and evolving, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's really dumb to just kind of be like all the search terms are going down as if there's not new things to be searched.
Well, and also, who the fuck is searching music on Google to find their music? No one.
Yeah.
People like what they like, and they hear it on TikTok, and then they go to Spotify, and they listen to it on Spotify.
TikTok used to be called fucking Musical.ly.
Yeah. I don't understand.
They changed it to TikTok, and that's why music is down.
Like, and it's just his smug grin with his little fucking leather face, where he's looking into the camera, and he's like,
yeah.
And he's got an expensive-ass guitar, 16 other expensive guitars in the background. He's got to sit in his little studio. He's got 6 people recording him, and it's
There's
like
5 monitors each with the CPM slowly rising up and down. Like, oh, if we do this topic, we'll get more. Yeah.
And I'm like, dog, dude, we get more fucking heat for being wrong about shit we couldn't possibly know
we're wrong about.
And you're sitting here being blatantly false,
willingly ignorant
in a room of 6 teenagers that will not Google anything that you say. Because you probably will scream at them or something. I don't know how you are. You're probably a nice man. I have no idea.
Surrounding yourself with yes people just to really fucking, I don't know. Yeah, like it's such a weird fucking vibe. I mean, it's like
sometimes guitar cringe really gets out into the internet, and he did it himself to himself by making a video addressing the concept of music.
Yeah.
Everyone understands that they love music.
Yeah, everyone loves music, and it's like
if you don't love music, you know, that's fine. Also, there are genuinely people out there who don't listen to it, don't like it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's also fine.
Yeah, but I think for like the majority of us that do listen to music, it's not like we're not just listening to fucking. Because also, like, I don't know, like, here's another question. Like, do I necessarily give a shit if music is on a decline, quote unquote? Because here's my thing, too, is like, I feel like the idea of audio entertainment has grown in the past 20 years, i.e. we're doing a fucking podcast right now, you know? I think I personally am kind of like, I'm okay with like new things coming in and changing things up a little bit or taking up more time if it means like more people are enjoying stuff, I guess.
Well, this is the thing that I think he's trying to get to that he misses the point completely because he puts it on the individual and not on the system.
Yeah.
Is he's trying to get at that art, all forms of art, liking it and enjoying it doesn't necessarily mean that you value it.
Yeah, that's the real problem here.
Yes. But the thing about it is the people aren't the ones doing it. The people that are in the car listening to it on the radio don't know that the radio is paying less money to the artists for playing their fucking songs. You know? The people that make the songs because they fucking want to be on the radio.
Yeah.
It's the radio's fucking fault for not paying people their damn worth.
Yeah.
So turn around and say to a person listening to it on the radio, you don't enjoy music enough. You're just going to turn people away from the concept of genuinely getting into it, enjoying music, which is what pisses me off as a music enjoyer TM, and also someone who knows music educators and people who spend their entire lives trying to convince people to think about art deeper than how they are doing it right now. So
Yeah.
this incredibly influential, incredibly accessible man is turning around and fucking
blaming you, the person listening to this video.
yeah, like appealing to your base values of all these kids these days, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they have Fruity Loop Studio.
No, they fucking don't. Duh. Of course not. Their kids.
That was the thing where it was like, oh, they can finally go back on tape recorders. Like Frank Sinatra was able to do it in one take, and I'm like, can we?
It's just bullshit. It's all bullshit. He's doing like it's the same shit that Ben Shapiro says, where that rap isn't real music, classical music more. Like, classical music's more blah 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 because and he's like, no, I'm not racist. That can't be racist. I'm just saying facts. Facts don't care about your feelings other than your feelings of being scared of black people. That's the most important feeling. Because it makes me money, Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
And then it's
please buy Daily Wire Plus.
please.
We gotta
Lady
make
Ballers
this
was so expensive.
And no one watched it.
I really wanted to go on HRT and they won't let me. I
really wanted to work in Hollywood, and for some reason, no one wanted me.
I can't imagine it's because I'm a piece of shit. I'm a bad person. It can't be that.
It's real easy to make your own movies when you just pay for all the bills, as opposed to...
It is really funny because in general, I believe everyone can be rehabilitated, and then I think about Ben Shapiro, and I'm like, I don't know.
I think he's the exception.
I think he's the one.
Every one of that shitty fucking company is the exception, honestly.
Yeah, fuck. Dennis Prager? I don't think that guy's coming around.
No, he's not,
No.
He just wants to have sex with his wife even if she doesn't want to. Like, come on.
I didn't even hear about that.
You don't know about?
No.
Dude, he wrote a fucking, like, marital rape, like, in defense of marital rape, like...
Maybe I've
essay.
heard about it, yeah.
Like, it's like, that's basically what it was. It's like...
Oh, yeah, because they believe that women shouldn't have, like, any rights.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we're putting that in our schools.
Yeah, he was, like, redoing curriculum or something in, like, Oklahoma or something.
Yeah.
Some state.
Absolutely fucked.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's so shitty that we have like guitar grifters now.
Yeah, I feel that. Like honestly, like fucking like we've made fun of this guy Rob Scallon because he did the wall.
He's still a good guitar player.
I think he's an excellent guitar player.
Rick Beato's a fine guitar player. I just think it's really funny when he tries to teach you shit and he fucks up.
Yeah, and I will say
like,
too.
But buy my $99 course though.
Yeah, dude, him plugging that during that live stream is so like, I mean, I get it, make your money, but like, it's a little, it was almost like Alex Jones level of pouring yourself out.
That's what I mean. Like, that's so crazy. You got to look at yourself, man, and be like, if I'm advertising something more often than Alex fucking Jones,
I would start.
I should probably do something else. Like, and all of the shit that he showed you was just basic arpeggios.
Yeah. God, man. I don't know, man. Yeah.
So crazy.
It was just a bad video.
Yeah, it's a bad video.
Really bad fucking video and vibe. Do you want to do one more r/? Yeah, one more. You get one more.
How to recover from a terrible show.
Ooh, okay.
We brought a guy on as a bassist. He hopped on the mic and we realized his vocals were fantastic. His bass playing, though, was erratic and overzealous. We've played 3 shows together in the span of a month and ran into a problem. He will throw his bass down in the middle of songs because he's quote unquote not feeling it.
Okay, all right. That's
cool.
Listen, you're not gonna like my opinion. Awesome.
I forget you're a bassist. Ew, disgusting.
I know 3 instruments, kind of.
Yeah, I suggested we get a bassist so he could just do vocals, but he got pissed at me for bringing it up too casually and in front of other people. Which I understand to a degree, but in general, this guy is a hothead and it makes me walk on eggshells with him. Last night we played a house show and oh my god, bass was out of tune and way louder than my guitar. I'm so terribly embarrassed because everyone obviously noticed, but now I'm stuck on how to approach the conversation. Like I said, very great vocalist, terrible bassist. Okay.
So don't give him a bass. If you want him to be a vocalist.
I want to really emphasize the past 3 posts. The top comment is, get another band. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Is that their version of get a divorce, lawyer up?
And these are the same people that would complain about when people go like way to divorce.
Yeah.
You know? It's different.
It
Yes,
is different.
it is
yeah,
different.
but yeah.
One is.
I mean, yeah,
you know,
I guess just get another fucking band, but like, I just why.
It's just so funny to me because like the top comment was like, "How to recover from a show? Do another show." Like, I don't think you're listening to anything this guy's telling you.
This is a system. This guy has a problem with the bass and has not done anything to improve it.
Maybe just be like, "Hey, we'll hire a bass player."
Yeah, and you can still be in the vocal. You can still be.
Yeah, just don't do bass. If you're not feeling it, just be vocal.
Yeah.
You can wear a bass and never play it, and it'll freak everybody out, and that'll be great.
Dude, just like fucking muting it, but like still letting it be in his earpiece.
Don't even let it be plugged in. Yeah. Fuck it.
What do you mean you're not feeling the... That's weird to me.
Really funny.
Listen,
well, I guess
guys.
It's like, I guess if you're not writing interesting bass parts, maybe.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. A lot of people do just kind of, you just do the whatever the root note is of the chord, you know?
And then it can get boring. Like, a lot of people on viola do that.
Which, don't get me wrong, there's places for it.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place to just do the root, you know? But
you're the true, like, if you're an alto or if you're like I think tenors are the, like, not tenors, because tenors get the melody usually, but like the bass or alto type people where you're just holding down that note. Note one after another. Like on viola, I've played entire pages of one note before. Even like there's a very classic joke that I'll do where it'll say like if you have too many measures that are just rest, it'll just say like the number of measures to rest.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And so there was one time, I think it was for Christmas or something. It's the most where you just are listening to everybody else other than the violas. There was like fucking 72 measures of rest, and I just turned to my partner. I was like, "Do you want to like go get food or like in the middle of everyone else playing? It's like, do you want to get the fuck out of here and like hang out like now, like just leave?" Yeah. So otherwise, we just have to sit here.
Dude, going to Disney for like candlelight and like getting the fucking fucking food and wine's happening right now. You want to go to that shitty fucking that shitty stand that everyone overhypes? Yeah. I feel that. Yeah.
But you know, you get bored, but you still have to do it.
Yeah. I get it. You got a job to do. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Write interesting bass lines if that's the problem too.
Yeah. What is the actual problem? Like, why is he not feeling it?
Why is he not? I will say, not being able to tune your bass though is kind of weird.
That is kind of wild. I mean, I don't know. I know basses are different with tuning. I think.
They're the same 4 notes as the top 4.
No, I know the notes, but like the actual like replacing the strings and shit is like.
Oh, maybe it's difficult. I don't know. I've not.
Never done it.
I think I have the same pair of bass strings on my guitar, on the bass guitar I have.
I only know this.
I've owned that for 5 years now that I think about it. Yeah.
If bassists sound off in the comments down below, is it difficult to change your fucking strings? Because for some reason, is it going to be the same?
Wouldn't it be about the same as like doing guitar strings?
I don't know. I thought maybe it's more difficult because they're thicker or something. But I know like when a bassist did one of my previous bands, he like just would not change his shit. And then finally, like, I think we were switching instruments over just like for fun. And I was playing his bass and it was covered in this like black soot. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, oh yeah, we have some weird shit going on in our AC. And it's just getting black shit all over it. And I was like, you should clean. Okay, that's like a different problem. I'm not like gonna turn into like an HVAC person for you here because like you don't
airflow.
Even like whatever. But you should also fucking change your strings as well. And he was like, yeah, but it's hard. And like I don't even know if it's hard because on guitar it's not hard. I feel like it has to be
about the same. Because also, once you get to like the 3rd and 4th string, I feel like that's closer to the thickness of regular guitar strings.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I don't know if there's some
it's
sort
that
of
first
different...
and 2nd string that really fucks me over, yeah.
It was... I don't know.
The strings that actually make the bass guitar, yeah, can't be fucked.
I just think at the time I just internalized it must be difficult so I didn't explode. I think.
Fair. That's so... I know I have to change my strings at some point, never, but like fucking...
You know, people pay money at Guitar Center.
When I was a teenager, I did that, but I wouldn't do that now.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's like $32.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Honestly, a lot of the prices at Guitar Center, I was like, you guys don't need to do this.
I mean, I'm sorry if you're asking me to change your guitar strings every single time you need them changed. I'm charging you $32.
Yeah.
You need to learn
Gotta
how
make
to
that money.
fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like there's some guy that like is gigging and does like jazz guitar that I know because he's the partner of someone that I used to know in college. He asked my friend like, "Oh no, I have to fucking redo my like tuner or something."
Yeah.
But I don't have the like the I don't know how to get the tuner off. How do I do that? And he's just like he called. It was not a Gibson.
Okay.
He called Gibson, the company, to ask them for advice. And he's like a gigging jazz musician. And the Gibson was like, "Oh, you know, we could take it in for like a service or something." And then my friend called me and was like, "Bro, get a screwdriver and fucking unscrew it."
Yeah.
And then screw it back in, dude.
There's actually, yeah.
It's literally, there are tools for this.
I guess now is the time to
That's
recommend if
insane.
you don't own a screwdriver, get a screwdriver. Those are so important and they're used for so many things.
They're like a string cutter and winder if you're a fucking guitar person.
Yeah, for sure.
I never use the winder, but like, you know, cutting strings is important for changing it and shit.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of tools.
Use them.
You should learn maintenance on your instrument.
Yeah.
No one fucking does it, and it's so crazy to me.
Yeah. I need to learn it. I think this is an intervention for Josh.
I get it. Yeah. It's just crazy to me that as soon as I was like, yeah, you know, you take the strings off, put the new strings on, do the lemon oil thing on the
I was
fretboard.
like, what?
What? And then people are like, "What, are you training to be a luthier?" No, I'm just
I just want to play my guitar.
Maybe this whole segment was way too nerdy. I'm very sorry,
It's
everyone.
fine. It's
Maybe
all
it's
good.
not
Yeah.
interesting. I don't know.
I think there's some nuggets.
There's some nugs.
There's some nugs, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think
Anyway,
you're
let's
good,
do
don't worry.
Reddit now.
But first we gotta do
Oh no!
This is the quickest segue we've ever done. Oh my god. Welcome to the ad break.
Hello.
Hey, are you enjoying this podcast so far?
Yes, I am.
Then you better like, comment, subscribe.
Oh,
And you better hit that gosh darn bell if you're watching on YouTube.
yeah, and comment also.
And comment, yeah, and share.
And share.
And share.
And word
and-
of mouth to all your family.
And jump 5 times. And
do jumping jacks 5
do
times.
5 jumping jacks, 5 push-ups.
Plank for 5 minutes.
Plank for that's too much.
Is that too much?
That is too much.
Oh, okay, fuck.
Plank for 15 seconds. There you go.
Really? That's it?
No, like usually the
Okay, we're going off track.
All right,
Anyway,
off topic. Yeah, okay.
whatever.
We're joking. And rate us, not joking, rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Please.
Yeah, please.
Fuck. And is it obvious we took a day off to
No,
take
shut
a break?
up.
Okay,
No,
we totally didn't
this
take a
is-
break.
There's no time skip.
Yeah. And
Okay.
5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcast or whatever your rating is.
Yeah.
And if you want to support the podcast financially, there's a couple ways to do it. But first, continue going down to the links and see all Palestine links.
Palestine Links.
We have the eSIM links down there. We have information.
GazaFunds.com.
Yeah.
Which every time you refresh it, it's a different GoFundMe
Yes.
for Gaza.
And there are
Yep.
still plenty of GoFundMes in our link tree.
Yes.
And there are also information about Congo and Sudan in our link tree as well. So
Yeah.
please go check that out.
Yeah.
And if you want to support us financially, you can go over to buymeacoffee.com/APWSTR.
Indeed.
And we got 1 coffee this week, so thank you.
Thank you.
Ananzi, thank you for the pronunciation. I hope I got it right.
Yeah, we're sorry if we got it wrong.
Bought a coffee, thank you.
Thank you.
I've been listening to you guys for over a year now, and you always make my day.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
I am doing manager training and have to drive 30 minutes to get to my training cafe, and you both are always a wonderful start to my day.
Oh.
I hope you both know how much you are loved and how much joy you bring to your listeners. Also, I wanted to say my dream car is also a Charger. Love you both. Thank you.
Thank you. It'll look cool when you drive your Charger.
And I'll look
around
like
town.
a cop is what
And
you're
Josh
saying?
The way that Josh wants a Charger is an off-duty cop car Charger. That's
the way-
what he
but yours
says
is cool,
all the
though.
time.
Yeah,
He says, "I want the car that the cops drive."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want the
When
car
they're
the
not on
thumbheads.
duty. Yeah.
That should be what we call cops, the thumbheads, yeah.
Thumbheads.
What's
Yeah.
the Hassan joke where
Yeah.
it's a assigned cop at birth?
Assigned a cop at birth because they look like thumbs all the time. Thumb people
Yeah.
from Spy Kids or whatever.
Yeah. God. But thank you very much for the coffee.
Thank you.
If you want to buy our coffee, We have a coffee brand with Straight River Coffee.
It's really good.
It's a very good coffee. I have a morning blend that is a caramel flavor and light roast Brazilian bean. And Sara has a dark roast chocolate cream flavored Colombian bean.
Blend. Yeah.
And Chaos blend. Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be in the description, and I'm going to try and remember this time. I didn't do it last time.
Oh.
Up here, Josh.
Up there.
Josh?
Over there.
Hey, I know you're going to mark it, but
Josh,
remember to actually do it when you go to YouTube.
Do you do the thing when you mark stuff in editing and then you go back and you're like, oh, I remember what I want to do? I'm not fucking doing that.
Yes, yeah.
That's a powerful, fun thing to do. You're like, I could, but I'm not fucking gonna, dude. That's fucking fun.
God, yeah. But go to straightforcoffee.com, buy our coffee there. If you want to support us on a monthly or yearly basis, you can go over to patreon.com/APWSTR.
Yeah.
And you can get exclusive content. We got ad-free content, so you don't have to worry about YouTube ads or RSS feed ads. And you're supporting the show directly, and it really helps out.
Yeah, podcast, you get it early. You get gaming early for the week.
True. People are really enjoying the gaming and APWSTR gaming. Go check that channel out.
They're like hour-long episodes, essentially. You get like 3 extra little podcasts
every week.
Every week. Wow, you get to watch some cool games. Right now we're doing Night in the Woods. We're doing like Skyrim. We have a big Skyrim thing going on. And then we did Kururin, which I don't know what the fuck it is.
I'm surprised that's going out.
It's, I think, the funniest
you didn't tell me
shit
this was going out.
we've ever done. It's about a little duck in a glass plane that crashes into the wall.
And burns and dies.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Anyway,
go check it out. Patreon down there. We also have
Sarah versus Matt Damon.
And also the
Discord, which is really fun. You get
have
to like
the book club.
Talk to people. Yeah, and then we have a book club, and we're reading House Moving Castle this month.
Yeah.
And then every month we get a little voice chat, and we talk to people about it, and it's really fun. And we're gonna do like video reviews of it as well, and that'll be on the Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
Patreon exclusives, baby.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're all about. Yeah.
But it's really cool.
Yeah, so please go check it out. There's also links down below to the distributed computing team.
Mm-hmm.
We also have merch.
You have.
I do have it. I sat. We got shirts and stuff. You can go to our
It's
TeePublic.
Cool. Do it.
Currently, it's going to UNRWA.
All the proceeds go to UNRWA currently.
Yeah, whatever our thing is. We actually just got that. I gotta go send that over.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so please go check that out.
Yes.
Until then,
is that it?
I think that is everything.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Hell yeah, we did it. Ads done.
Yay!
All right, see y'all.
Bye.
Fuck this shit.
Yay!
Yay!
We don't have to do that anymore.
Yay!
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, we totally didn't take a break on the 13th, and then didn't realize that. That some event may happen, and then came back
we're shooting.
And then today, 14th.
Usually we record and some crazy shit happens, and we don't talk about it because we don't know.
Yeah,
looking at our
we
fucking
still
phones.
don't know. Yeah, I'm just
and
reading
then
Reddit.
When it comes out, we're like, oh shit. I think the only time was like when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Oh, yeah, that happened in the middle of recording. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was the one thing, and now, you know.
All right, okay. Welcome to the Reddit segment. We're here. We're queer. You're probably already used to it.
Okay, let's see if any of these got deleted. Okay, no.
Yeah, okay, cool, sweet.
This one's hilarious. It's not. It's terrible.
God
I'm sorry.
damn it.
I'm not.
Fucking
Stop being like, so many people are like,
Jesus.
why is this funny? It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm totally serious 100% of the time. Everything's serious all day
You're
long.
giving it your 110%?
110%.
Yeah.
Nike, just do it. Motivation.
Lance
Reddit.
Armstrong.
Podcast. Lance Armstrong.
Doping.
Walked on the moon. All right, let's go. My 23 female boyfriend, 24 male, wants me to quote unquote stop having my period. Can I even recover from this?
I think this is no. I
think that's a no, dude. Okay,
bro, just stop.
Just fucking stop. Now this
Mental
first
grind
sentence
set
is gonna hit you like a fucking wallop, dude.
Okay,
it's
I'm
gonna
excited.
punch you into next Tuesday.
Dude, the thunder outside is like, yeah, fucking.
Whoa, dramatic.
Yeah.
We've been dating for 2 months. He's only had to deal with 2 periods.
2 max 1 min. Yeah, like.
Yeah, min maxing your period. Name of the episode. Things have been going well. Not really. Yesterday, he asked me to go to the gym with him, and I declined, saying I don't feel up to it. I started my period. He was all like, wait, what? And I repeated myself. Then he goes, you know you don't have to do that to yourself, right?
What?
I was like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? He goes on to explain that his ex was on a type of birth control that got rid of her period and overall made their relationship, quote unquote, more enjoyable.
Oh, I know. Okay.
He asked me to consider doing the same. I told him absolutely not. He asked me to consider doing the same. I told him absolutely not. I don't want to switch birth control methods. If he doesn't like me having periods, then he can dump me. I told him good luck finding a girl who doesn't have a period. He said, I already had one. I'll find another. I'm so appalled. What the fuck is wrong with him?
It's only 2 months. Get out. Get out.
Get
the fuck out. You're good.
Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
I know there are methods to stop periods, but for him to imply that I'm a rarity for having them was insane. This is the first time I brought up my period to him.
Isn't also like the shot like less than 20% of people use it or something like that?
Well, there are multiple birth controls to stop your period and shit, but like
I know the most common one doesn't.
It's the shot, and then it's the thing that goes in your arm.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's also like, and it's I don't know if this is something that people are going to be like, how are you a woman? You don't know that? Because I'm dumb. I don't know what you want from me, but I think the thing that goes inside of you.
Oh, the
little
IUD
thing, the IUD. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that does it or not. But either way, all of those things are like kind of invasive.
Yeah,
and
as compared to taking the pill. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was on the birth control shot for a little bit and it stopped my period, but it's also like
you still
the
have
shot.
Yeah.
You still have to do that shit every month, and also like there's some shit about bone density in it, so you can't.
Yeah,
do it
it's forever. Yeah.
Yeah, and you could talk to your gynecologist. We're not professionals about this. Like, don't take anything that we're saying as medical
this guy
professional.
sucks, is what we're saying.
This guy sucks for telling a woman what to do with her body. That's all we're saying. I'm a 23-year-old girl. Of course I have periods. I know he was making a suggestion and probably meant well, but that's a crazy thing to suggest.
He did not mean well.
No, he didn't. I should get rid of my period for his enjoyment. I'm so mad at him. I don't think I can recover from this. It just shows how dumb he is. What do you all think? Can I even recover from this, or should I just end it while I'm ahead? Update. Oh my fucking god. I knew he was an idiot, but I didn't expect this to get the attention it got. Wow. So I broke up with him last night. I just simply told him I'm not interested in being with someone who views my body this way, and that I think it's best we part ways. I wasn't super emotionally invested since it had only been 2 months.
2 months, yeah.
He didn't have much to say. In fact, he kind of just acted very confused, and I told him he should know what he did, lol.
I didn't do anything wrong here.
What do you mean? You're the one that's fucking up by having periods. So ridiculous.
You didn't go to the gym with me one time. Now I'm gonna get real pissy about it.
That's the thing. That was the thing that was like, oh, you don't have to do that to yourself. You could just come with me to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yourself. I'm still down about it. Breakup stuck no matter what. That is true. If anything, I'm more upset that this is why it ended. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for the support and kindness and laughs. I physically can't read all the comments, but just know you guys rock.
Oh, that's good. That's crazy. Well, yeah, no, he obviously doesn't mean well because he's framing it as like my ex-girlfriend was. It was a lot more enjoyable, like.
And the dehumanization of I had one.
Yeah, I'll get another.
Like it's something you pick up at the grocery store.
Yeah, it's
gross. A human woman.
Yeah.
That you're having relationships with.
Like, yeah, he's fucking stupid, but he's also a little malicious at least.
He's a misogynist.
Yeah,
you're dehumanizing a woman in that way.
Dude, that's so crazy.
That's insane. Like, I would be terrified, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's a little bit harsh language, but I'm like, I would be terrified just like for society. Like, what if I find another guy on a dating app that is like, oh, ew, no, we don't do periods anymore in society.
Like we don't.
And it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like, I don't, like, yeah. I feel like if you're gonna talk about, like, hey, do you want to switch the birth control to, like, I feel like, it shouldn't be on him.
And it shouldn't be at 2 months.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be dictating anything anyone's
that's
medical
a level of
history
commitment,
like,
because if you're taking the shot, because I remember it would take like what 3 months, like it's how long it would last. So
it depends on like it depends on the individual. It depends on what kind of sex you're having, what you want to what you want out of your birth control, what your gynecologist says, because they have to look at you holistically, like all of your, different parts of your body, and like if you have any, what is your weight, what is your whatever.
Yeah, it should be up to the gynecologist and not some random guy.
Some random dude being like, walking in and being like, no periods anymore because I don't want her to get her hormones mixed up. And it's like, you don't even know what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
and like, yeah, I'm not perfect about it either. We were both educated in the South. You're telling me Florida doesn't have an expansive educational program that teaches kids sex ed? I can't believe that for the life of me. Yeah, I had fucking people, a private church coming in and disseminating Bibles into her cafeteria.
Abstinence is the only way. Yeah. Dude, that person that said that, I went to animation school. We did not learn about Disney for 2 years.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Our shit was weird, guys.
Yeah,
like,
this place sucks, actually.
If you're ever like, how do you guys not know this? You must be living under a rock. No, we live in Florida. Yeah. That's it. It's and
honestly, I'm also getting TikToks of like people that like moved here 10 years ago that were like, this place fucking sucks now because this is escapism for the rich. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it is. And it's also like they just want to use whatever. But I mean, that's kind of getting past the shit.
Yeah, no, in this story,
you're a woman, your birth control
is yours
to pick and decide what you want to do. And I just practice safe sex, wear condoms, get STI panels and stuff. And that's it.
Exactly. Yeah, and definitely go to.
Don't let a man change your opinion about that shit. Men, I keep hearing stories about men just being like I just saw a TikTok of a woman that was like, or a person, I guess, that was like, oh, when I'm having sex with people, and especially men, I always ask for a full panel STI. And the men that do it, the thing that keeps making me want to ask people for STI panels is the men are like, oh, thank God, I thought I had something. And you were just going to go around and have sex with people thinking that you had a STI?
You're super cool and actually not. Yeah, like that's crazy. What the fuck?
Dude, and even condoms, like you have to advocate for yourself at these. Also, don't have sex with men that honestly are going to gaslight you into changing your sexual
practices.
Safety practices. Like that's crazy to me. Like the amount of times that I've been like, no, you have to wear a condom with men that I'm not like fully involved with, and I'm like just having casual sex, and then they're like, oh, really? And I'm like, yes.
I don't fucking know you. Like, come on, like,
you are. I don't even know your middle name.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you're.
Are you sure? Yeah. What? Whoa, dude.
That's crazy, man. Jesus.
No. What the fuck? You're crazy. They've not, you can't eat at everybody's house. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
God. Solved it, though. That's Jesus Christ, dude.
No, yeah. Also, if you have a kid, teach your kid about sex.
Yeah, honestly,
how to
have
practice
an
safe
actual
sex.
Discussion with your kids because the education system won't fucking do it.
Like straight up, stop raising boys and not teaching them about birth control or women's bodies.
Yeah, no, it's fucked.
That's insane.
Yeah, God, man.
Yeah.
All right, it's Reddit time. Yeah, I was freaking out earlier because fucking Reddit was just not working for me.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, like it was. I was trying to go on any subreddit. It was like, this community doesn't exist, and I'm like,
you're blocked from
I'm
Reddit.
Blocked on Reddit, dude.
They're mad at us for talking shit about them.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What would we do if Reddit went down?
We'd still do the podcast. I just refocus every single thing we do for marketing. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's... Listen, I got a backup plan. It's called fucking... Focus on the bear.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'd go back down an hour long, but we wouldn't even read anything on the internet.
We would just
anymore.
End after 2 hours. Oh God.
Oh wow, what a
what a beautiful.
But I mean, like, my first thought was like, oh, we could do what the McElroy brothers did and go to Quora.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to read Nazi dog whistles.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend she needs to get a real job and she will never be a famous comedian?
Okay. Marvelous Miss Maisel
Yeah.
storyline. Let's go.
31 male, and my girlfriend is 28.
It's the 1940s.
It's the 1940s.
Yeah.
Her and I have been together for 6 years and have been living together for the last 2. Going to attempt to keep this short, so please ask for details if I leave something out.
Okay. I will.
Girlfriend has always enjoyed doing comedy and has done open mic nights since we met shortly after college.
Cool.
She had a real sales job, though that was her Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job where she makes that decent money. I have a good but hard job and make almost triple what my girlfriend was making when she had her job. I said had because last August she quit her job because it was taking away from her comedy ventures. She told me a year from now she thinks she can really make it. I was a bit skeptical, but since I make enough to support us, I encouraged her because I want to be a supportive boyfriend. Since she quit her job, she began doing Uber and DoorDash, which is where she makes 100% of her money. Her comedy has gotten us $0. Over the past few months, I have started to resent her, though. She constantly complains she has no money, yet drives for Uber or DoorDash maybe 3 times a week, maybe 4 hours at a time. I have been paying a lot more for household expenses, and I'm not saving as much as I'd like to anymore. She sleeps till noon because sometimes her open mics will run real late before she even gets to perform.
That makes sense.
And when she gets up, she just bums around on TikTok and YouTube looking for, quote, inspiration.
Me too. Me too, honey.
She also gets very moody with me if I don't come to 90% of her open mic performances.
Okay.
Even after working a 14-hour day, she will get mad if I don't go to her open mic at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. Last night, I did the unthinkable. I asked her to consider going back to a full-time job. I said she should still do her comedy, but I'm struggling with taking care of our expenses all by myself. When she gave a dismissive answer, I told her firmly that she will never be a famous comedian.
Oh my God.
I said she's 28 and it's time to grow the fuck up and join the real world because this is totally unfair to me that I bust my ass while she lives in La La Land. And that she can be this naive at this age by thinking she's going to support herself with this. She stared at me in silence for a few minutes, started crying, and went to stay with a friend. She called me a fucking dickhead asshole, and I'm the worst friend ever. She has not answered her phone today yet, so am I a fucking dickhead asshole?
Okay. I mean, I think
there's a nuanced answer to this.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit like everybody's shitty here, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I know people are going to be like, oh no, this dude he's totally in the right, not NTA.
That's the thing, yeah, that I saw on Reddit too. I think the general consensus is everyone's shitty here, but there's a lot of people being like, well, your tone was just off. That's the only thing you did wrong.
No, that's not. I think, like, whatever, like, yeah, it was harsh. I get it. But, like, you built up resentment for your girlfriend you encouraged her at the beginning. She should have asked you, hey, I want to quit my job. Will you support me? And then, instead, she just, like, the way you framed it, she quit her job.
Yeah.
Which is shitty. That's a shitty, first asshole thing that she did. Don't just quit your job on your partner and expect them to pay for everything that you're doing. Like, we've navigated this both ways.
Yeah.
Where you've quit your job and I've supported you, and I've quit my job and you've supported me.
Yeah.
And, it's a mutual decision that you come to as a couple.
Yeah.
Because it is dangerous. It is difficult.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It is a risk.
Yeah. And you're trusting yourself and everything. And you can't just do it, expect your partner to pick up the pieces and have them not resent you for it. But he also should have been upfront with his feelings about, like, being worried about it.
Yeah.
And then before he had his blow up, he needed to say, oh my God, we need to rethink our shit.
Yeah.
Which sounds like he did, but he kind of, it sounded like in the story, like he said that he's demanding her to get a full-time job.
Kinda, yeah.
Which I feel like there's nuance to it. Like, why can't she get a part-time job?
Yeah, instead of doing just Uber or DoorDash, yeah, because...
Yeah, like, why can't you have, like, a sit-down talk about, like, her and her career? Because this is something that long-term couples do.
Yeah.
It's not just, like, each individual person figures their own shit out, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna get married and, like, be together for decades, you're probably going to talk to each other about finances and careers.
At some point, yeah.
So you should probably get used to those talks, these very serious talks about, like, well, what should we do for now? Blah, 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 do.
Yeah.
And figure it out. And I think she should be more open to the idea of getting a job. Like, I think she's more the asshole than he is, honestly. Like, I get, like, his tone and him blowing up because it sounds frustrating, honestly, to have someone that's just like, nah, I'm gonna quit and you're gonna pay for everything.
Yeah, I get that.
It's fucked up. And then, you know, the resentment, I get it. I think you have to be honest with yourself. I can understand a person that isn't completely like, how am I going to say this? I feel like we're both very like, we know how we feel a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like even sometimes I'll be like, you don't know, you have to be able to like recognize your feelings, you know, and you're kind of in the process of learning it. And me too. I think it's a lifelong process, but I've definitely, from my past, I've had a lot of like, I have to do it very quickly.
No, yeah.
Because the people around me were like, figure out your feelings right now or else you're a piece of shit. And I was like, I don't want to be a piece of shit. Okay, sad. I'm feeling sad right now. And, you know, it's I've come into therapy and like being an adult with a lot of self-awareness, which is great. But I know a lot of people don't have that skill. So if he's getting resentment for his girlfriend, I can see, especially with men, I feel like men have a lower level of this where they're just...
You want to... Oh, shit.
Okay, we're back.
Power has not gone down yet. Great.
Power's not gone out, so we're going to try to get the rest of this done.
God damn it.
Jesus. It's hurricane season in Florida. Anyway, what was I saying? The guy... I can understand you having resentment for your partner in this situation, especially with how she's, like, acting. But I will say, like, the way that she's acting is, like, yeah, that is what...
You have to fucking kind of do if
comedy.
You want to actually... Yeah, that's where I kind of like, I'm like, because I get the everyone shitty here, because I think she should probably have at least a part-time job or full-time job while doing it.
If money is tight and you need to be saving.
And if you're trying to save,
I mean, like, I get it at this point, like, at 26, turning 27, like, I want to be able to be saving. I feel like I should be saving, and I'm not.
Yeah.
And that sucks ass.
No, I can understand that one, too.
Yeah, and it's fucked up that you're not able to save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, shitty on her side for like not getting a job and just doing the Uber Eats and like DoorDash, which I'm not gonna blame her entirely for, because both of those things fucking
they drain you.
They drain you.
You have to do it 24/7 to be able to have full-time job money.
In reality, the system's the thing that's fucked up when it comes to that. But also, stop doing that and get a part-time job if you can.
Right, but that's why I feel like it should have been a discussion in the first place, because realistically, she's not going to make full-time. I think that's how you should reframe it.
Yeah.
Rather than you should grow up.
That's where I'm kind of like, you're pretty shitty.
Yeah, like she's not, if she's going to choose like her dream or you, that's probably a fucked up ultimatum to give your partner.
And the reality is, depending on what the dream is, you're probably not gonna.
Maybe
it's
not.
Jover.
It's Jover for you.
Because I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it is. You're correct on that. Like, because when we discussed like the multiple times, like we still want to keep doing the podcast, especially when the podcast wasn't making money. Like, 2020, 2021, even like last year. When like you were at a part-time job, I was at a part-time job to be able to
make money. It was just like, how are we going to pay the bills?
Yeah.
That's how it should be. It shouldn't be about anyone's ability or anyone's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you have a partner that's like, they want to do something and they're not very good at it, or you think they're not very good at it, telling them they're not very good at it and like trying to quash their dream and make them stop
usually has the opposite effect.
And I usually think it's pretty controlling behavior.
Yeah.
But you can say, like, listen, that's fine. You want to do this, for sure, go ahead. But you also need to be making this level of income for us to make our bills.
Yeah.
And also, I can't do all of it.
Like, what is your plan for making it, quote unquote? Like, what does that goal mean? Yeah.
And that's why I think it's fucked up that she just quit.
Yeah.
Based on what he's saying. If that's not the case and they did have a discussion and he was like, yeah, for sure, then he's turning around and being like, you didn't do it quick enough. I'm like, well, okay.
I mean,
that meant that you should have started the conversation earlier when you started seeing problems.
Yeah.
But you didn't. You let resentment build. And that's when you're kind of an asshole.
For blowing up, yeah.
But like, if you want to be, it's one of those ones where based on however you see it and based on whoever person you are in the situation, you're going to react to it in however is sympathetic to your previous situation. And people are going to 100% project their own situation onto this.
Yeah.
Which is really funny. It's going to be very funny.
Yeah.
And which is why we don't like giving nuanced takes, because the amount of people that are like, I want to literally kill you. for having different information in your head than me. Whatever. But I think it's nuanced. You should have just been communicating, dog.
Yeah.
Just communicate.
Yeah.
Before you get to this blow up. I think you should apologize, but I think also you should be like, we should realistically be able to talk about finances and career shit.
Yeah.
Without blowing up at each other and saying insulting shit about each other's ability.
Yeah.
I
agree with that.
Plus also I'm like, I've heard of comedians, I don't know how it is now, but way back in the day it used to be like you'd get in your car and you drive from like state to state and do gigs and open mics every night.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like there are levels to it of like
I totally
I'm dedicated to it.
Yeah.
But then also it's probably more social media.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have people there to like film your shit. And also her wanting him to be there at 90% of the shows is just not realistic.
Wild, yeah. I do agree that's like a little like, whoa.
That's some shit that musicians do sometimes that I'm like, you can't.
I have to go work, please. I need to. I got things to do.
And most of the time you have to pay. And that's a lot of money.
Can you pay $100, please, to.
Yeah, and it's like you should support your friends and everything, but like also
sometimes you can't. Yeah.
Sometimes you physically can't.
Yeah.
And you can't expect them to go there all the time.
For sure, yeah. No, I agree with that. But yeah.
Those are my hot takes, though. I feel like...
Damn, whoa.
I don't know. I'm interested to see how people in comedy, if they're in comedy and they're listening to us, how they view this.
If you're a comedian, drop a comment down below.
Drop a comment down below. Also, do you want to collab? We need comedian friends bad.
I need people in the space to talk to.
We need funny people around.
God damn it.
Please come on the show.
I'll take anyone. Not anyone.
Not anyone.
Yeah.
We'll vet it.
We're going to vet it a little bit better than we have in the past.
Yeah.
Listen, gabagool.
Hey.
Solved it. Next story.
That's an interesting one, though.
Yeah. Oh, it's your turn. Yeah, that was my story.
I think the rain's subsiding.
Yeah, I will say the internet's off.
No.
Oh, that's back on.
All right.
What is going...
I don't know.
The world is like, don't make this podcast.
I know, right? What the fuck? All right. Am I the asshole for requesting to be dropped off nearer to the apartment because I didn't want to walk across the parking garage?
How big is this fucking parking garage?
This one's interesting to me.
Like 100 feet?
Because like everyone reacted like, you're such a little baby, just walk. And I'm like, okay, I don't know, though. This is weird to me.
Okay,
I don't know.
I gotcha. I will say it definitely does feel like that off the top of my head, but also I could be swayed easily, Well,
I mean, I kind of agree. I mostly agree. Okay. My wife and I have been spending some time with her family at her sister's apartment. We've done some excursions during the day, and I've been getting back at night when her parking garage is getting full. My sister-in-law has been driving, and she struggles to park in these spaces. I will acknowledge that the spaces are tight, but it's still doable. She was meandering around through the first floor garage, getting frustrated after attempting to park at a spot, only to low-key panic and pull out and search for a better one.
That's so fucking relatable, though.
I know. That's why I'm like, that's very relatable. The amount of people that fucking
park so badly that you can't park in the spot next to them sucks. If that's what's happening here, but yeah.
It's constant, yeah. Finally, second night in a row, she gets frazzled and asks us to get out of the car because it's too much pressure to try to park with everyone in the car. I totally feel that, though.
That, yeah.
Like, that's one of my biggest, like, if I was parking, I would be so
sometimes
anxious.
even I get anxious
People
parking still, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I also, like, is there enough room next to me to actually let the person next to me get out?
Especially, like, I don't know what it is, but whenever you pick up, like, extended families all in a car, everyone's got a damn comment about whoever's driving.
For sure, yeah. Everyone's a backseat driver.
For real, yeah. Okay. At this point, we're all the way in the back of the garage, and she lives up the front, maybe 50 to 75 yards away. She gives us directions for getting back, and just as someone is about to open the door, I inquire if we can be dropped off closer to her apartment. She explains the directions again and gestures to the mailroom door that we have to take to get to the first floor. Yeah, but then we have to walk all the way back that way to get to your apartment, I say. She gets real mad and says, okay, fine, and starts driving fast through the parking lot to the door.
So she still did it, yeah. Like
closest to her apartment. She begins mocking me, wanting door-to-door service. I didn't argue or say anything else. We also had bags in the car, so we grabbed all our stuff and walked up to the apartment. I figured if you're going to kick people out of the car prematurely, you may as well bring them close to the destination, especially since it was the result of her own discomfort parking her car. But maybe I'm just an asshole? Okay. There are like 6 edits.
What? Okay, all right,
Okay.
let's fucking go, dude. Yeah, because I need more information, because it really...
When I picked this did not have 6 edits. So
Let's fucking
I'm
go,
learning
dude.
information as everyone. I'm learning information as well. Editing to say that she did eventually pick a parking spot and it was right near the entrance and her apartment. Also, sister-in-law is a very smart, independent woman, that was never in question, who has been living for years in one of those nicer apartments where you scan a card to open the door to the garage so it's very safe. Who are asking these questions? Second edit to acknowledge that I should stop commenting to people and put things up here if extra context is needed. I have offered many times throughout the extended weekend to drive and pitch in to make her hosting life easier, but she has kindly rejected. We're at the concert now, so I won't be able to respond for a bit. Nerdy glasses eyes emoji.
Okay.
Okay, edit 3. Wifey has entered the chat. If you want to hear her thoughts, scroll down.
What the fuck is going on, dude?
Edit 4. Concert is over and I have some catching up to do. That smiley face one with the little droplet where it's kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I sincerely want to thank everyone who chimed in, whether for or against me. I could admit that it was rude to press my sister-in-law a second time to bring us to the front of the garage. I should have shot my shot and left it at that. Oh my god. Okay, edit 5, going to bed. I know there are many comments I haven't been able to see, but I'll catch up tomorrow. We have another long ride in the car. Devil emoji. Edit 6, forgot to mention that we were returning from a long day at Six Flags and nobody has mobility issues since a lot of people were asking about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is this also a nuanced one? Because I could kind of...
Because, like, okay, here's the thing. Here's my take, all right?
I want your take first.
Fully
Yeah.
YTA. Because she obviously is an anxious driver.
Yeah.
And
That's my
also,
thing.
she's the only one driving. The entire time?
Is it also her car, too? Like, I assume?
Think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that we don't know. But I assume yes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so...
And then she's getting into the parking space, right?
Yeah.
And what she's asking is for you to stand a couple of feet away so she could park it by herself and then we all walk.
Yeah.
That's what she
not,
wants.
That's not a difficult
She's
want.
not saying go up there.
Yeah.
She's saying we're going to walk over there.
Or to this other entrance that I can... Yeah.
And I think, like, now this, and maybe I'm adding more information into this than really is needed, but I think this is how most people saying YTA are viewing it.
Yeah.
Is that she's saying if you want to go ahead, this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
And then OP is like, no, you need to drop me
You gotta drive
off.
us to the... Yeah.
You want me to walk more because you want a good parking space.
But
I have bags and we were all walking around at Six Flags.
Which I could, like, kind of understand, like, the want to be like, I don't want to walk another 75 yards.
But I get that too, because you always pick the parking spot, I swear to God, like in the middle of the parking lot, and we have to walk the entire time. But I've learned to just be like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, you're the one parking. Once I had learned about parking and how shitty it is, I was like,
No,
you know
yeah,
what?
and
I'm
honestly,
not complaining.
I would rather take a middle spot with no cars around it than a close spot with a car.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand that now.
Because if you're in a fucking parking garage, every bad parking experience I've had,
Is it a parking garage?
UCF.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even
People die in those
even when we
things.
went to Atlanta and that one parking garage, not even including the scam, just like finding this like
The spots was difficult, yeah.
it was still a pain in the ass.
But yeah, UCF parking garages are like dangerous. Don't
Don't go to
don't do that.
So I don't know. It's really
you can
like
help
I
it.
could definitely understand being anxious. I feel like I'm even anxious. Like, and don't get me wrong, part of it's my fault. I'd back in when I park,
True, yeah.
but also, I don't want to back out
I get
when
it
I'm
though.
leaving.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
Because anytime that like there's other people or there's other cars, like, and if you're
Yeah.
trying to be considerate, because a lot of people aren't. Like, it's really,
Yeah.
it's a
My
difficult.
thing too was like, what if she's like, someone's gonna steal this parking spot?
Yeah, in the meantime, when
Like, you could have told her like, oh, hey, can you drop us off? We're tired, before she even got to the parking spot. And instead you were like, oh no, wait.
yeah, because
You're already in the if you're already in the parking
you're in the
spot,
parking
people
spot-
are about to get out, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You should just accept that,
that this is the spot.
this is what's happening.
yeah, because also if you
And
god, if you're in a
especially
crowded,
asking the second time after she's like, no. No. And then you're like, no,
come
but
on.
please.
Yeah,
Then yeah, no.
yeah,
You're not like the devil.
no, yeah, you're just kind of being a dick.
Yeah, which is what an asshole is.
Yeah.
Like, let's not all get it twisted, you know?
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, if you get a parking spot in a parking garage, you fucking claim it, you know?
100%.
Yeah. Even
don't
when I was
know.
doing Uber Eats, there were plenty of times I'd have to go into like, there's a couple places off of near Universal that have like weird apartment places, like 5/1s.
Yeah.
Those parking garages, fucking hate them so much.
Yeah.
Oh, even the ones near UCF, like that are
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even UCF, those are also shitty, even shittier somehow.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
this is why we need buses, guys. Guys, this is why we should
Public
not have cars.
transportation.
Guys,
PSA.
guys, I swear to God,
Joshua
just
Chinlund.
vote for Orlando. Put more money in the links, please.
Anywhere,
just
put
anywhere.
money
I
in
don't-
your
I-
public
please.
transportation if it's on the ballot. Petition to
Fuck.
get it on the ballot.
But yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Solved it though.
Solved it.
I just want a train that takes me to the Third Eye Blind concert and back. Oh, severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah,
oh my
no
God,
shit.
no way.
Even with all the fucking flickering lights that are freaking me out.
Yeah, whatever. It's summer.
Yeah. It is not remembering my saved posts. That's great. That's cool and fun right now.
That's cool and fun.
Oh,
Also,
this
apparently
one.
50 to 75 yards is like not that long.
It's not the worst. Yeah, it's
Not
only
that
it's
bad. That's
Fif-
what people are saying, but I don't know.
it's 150 feet
that doesn't mean
minimum.
anything to
Like
me.
well, think of a football field, half of the football field. Like the actual football field itself.
That's a good amount. People are acting like it's 5 minutes of walking. Like, I don't know.
It's not what 5 minutes? No, that's
No, people are. Well, I don't know about that. I pulled a number out my ass, but like they're saying it's like nothing. I'm like, I don't know. It seems like a lot.
a minute or two of walking, probably.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Who cares? What the fuck?
yeah. Okay, I'm okay. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Am I the asshole for ruining my own gender reveal party?
I don't know.
I'm pregnant with a baby boy due in November. My fiance and I don't care much about the sex of our child, so we didn't make too much noise about it once we found out. The only people we'd inform were our parents, their partners, and our siblings. Prior to this, my father's girlfriends of 3 years had been asking me about my plans for a gender reveal party. I've always been clear about not wanting one. When I announced my son's gender to them, she expressed disappointment that I hadn't changed my mind about a party.
Mm,
I don't like gender reveals. Never have, never will.
I get it.
I prefer baby showers, which I think feel more about the actual child.
Yeah.
I never tried to hide that opinion either. Days later, my father's girlfriend invited me over for tea at their apartment. My dad was out of town. When I got there, about a dozen people popped out of hiding to surprise me. There were pink and blue decorations everywhere,
shit.
which made what was going on pretty clear.
Damn.
As I stood there in shock, my father's girlfriend excitedly told me they were throwing me a surprise gender reveal party. Since I'd already told her, she had taken it upon herself to order a cake with colorful frosting, decorate the apartment, and invite a bunch of people over. The guests included her mother, who I don't get along with,
Oh shit.
some of her friends, my mother-in-law, not my mom, and
That's
4 of my friends.
Not your mom is crazy.
That's
Like,
pretty
not
wild.
even your own mom is
Yeah.
wild.
As I later found out, my mother-in-law and friends had been told I'd changed my mind about gender reveals.
Just
Oh my
lying on your
God.
behalf is also wild.
That's
All this is
crazy.
insane. I don't even know what to say. Sorry, I'm doing second host commentary, but
No,
like
it's not-
that's
you're fine.
crazy.
I had not. Still in the doorway, I looked over at everyone and said, "It's a boy. You guys can go home now." I left without looking back.
That's pretty baller.
That's great.
yeah.
Hours later, my father called me furious that I'd ruined the party. He said his girlfriend had put a lot of effort, money, and love into planning it, and I should have shown respect and gratitude for it. Just respect your fucking elders. Apparently, she hadn't stopped crying since I left. It's been almost a week and they're both still upset. Even after I explained I never wanted that party in the first place, they're insisting I could have sucked it up for an hour.
Oh my God.
Or at least cut the cake. Am I the asshole?
Dude, she started crying because she needed that attention.
Yeah.
Any way possible. Jesus Christ.
That's wild, dude.
I hate people that throw parties for themselves and pretend it's for other people.
Yeah. Honestly, that's pretty fucking wild.
Do they even you gotta make sure the person that you're throwing the party for at least wants the party.
Yeah.
At least wants it.
No. Okay, first of all, like
that's crazy.
Saying like the excuse of like come over for tea is also wild because like what was gonna happen? Like,
and then springing a bunch of people on you, that's wild.
Yeah. It's already wild because also I think like I don't know what it's like over like inviting someone for tea, but like I'm expecting like an hour tops, and a party is like a multi-hour.
Yeah, I got to do other shit.
What it feels like.
Yeah, it's emotionally draining for sure, especially if you're like us and neurodivergent.
Yeah,
and an introvert.
Showing up to your own gender reveal party in like not slacks, but like pajama pants, and like I thought we were just doing tea, man. I just
I don't know. Yeah.
Christ, that's so wild to me.
Like surprise parties are cool, but like you got to be, you need
to know. You need to know if they're actually open to like a surprise party. Yeah. That's
fucking. I don't even know what to say. And not even your mom. I know because I looked at this one a little bit. The comments were like, she wants to prove that she's a better mom to you than your actual mom. That's why she didn't invite your mom. And I was like,
that's.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess
could be. That's also, like some weird.
The way that the father is like calling her, it is like
you should have just sucked it up and fucking.
Because now I got to deal with my fucking wife. That's what it is. He's like, God, I have to deal with her now. Please, you made this my problem, so I'm mad at you.
There's such a. I really don't like the idea that like just because someone puts effort into something, you should respect it. You know,
because it's not. If you put effort into the thing that someone explicitly states multiple times, I do not want that.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Why didn't you put that energy into the thing that they wanted, which was the baby shower?
Yeah.
The one thing they were like, I want this. I need this.
Yes. And that's the difference,
Yeah, it's kind of like that story from like a week or two ago. That was the mom always sends shitty gifts, and then the person was like, "We're going on vacation. There's a museum. Let's go to it." And then she was like,
"No, I don't actually want to do that.
Here's $40, kid.
Here's a whole candle or whatever." Whatever it was, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was a candle. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like that's so fucked. The idea of like, and I guess like that's kind of like a weird. To me, it feels like respect your elders, like respect your people, because it feels like because they did it and they're older and they're above you, and it's like no, respect is earned.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, for sure. Like, I think, I think that's a hot button topic for people, too. People think, like, in different cultures and in different, family structures, it's like, no, you do actually have to, there's value in listening to your elders and stuff. But, like, if there's not value in your mother-in-law completely ignoring all of your wishes.
Wants, yeah.
And then crying when you didn't do what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone in our generation or even millennials, like millennials and Gen Z, I think are most likely going to be like, nah, dude, this is dumb.
This is fucking wild, yeah.
Maybe Gen X boomers are going to be like, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't have caused a scene or something.
No, yeah, but like...
even then, though, it's kind of like, no. It's pretty clear cut. Not the asshole.
If you're
for doing
saying
this
I don't want something and then someone pushes it on you, I think you have every right to be like, it's a boy, leave. Fuck.
I guess it's a
honestly,
fucking boy.
That's the coolest thing.
That's pretty dope as hell. You're fucking cool as shit, dog.
I'll just go around I would like pop one of the pink balloons and just bounce. That's it.
Doesn't that mean it's a girl?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't like gender reveal parties. I don't get it.
TikTok ruined gender reveal parties. I think they were stupid beforehand.
We're dumb.
I think the fact that like it's caused deaths and destruction
and like fucked up like nature, like people have died like rivers.
we're gonna release 1,000 balloons into the air, and that's gonna get caught in a Boeing plane, and everyone's gonna die.
Yeah, remember that guy that just fucking crashed and killed people?
Yeah. Oh, because he's flying way too low. Oh my god. Stop it.
Yeah, stop
it. Oh my god, guys.
I just from a LGBTQ plus point of view, I'm like,
I think it is
why
still
do you
weird.
care that much about the gender of the baby? Like, it is important to know the sex of the baby medically.
Yeah, but like, you don't technically know what the gender's gonna be until
they say like what they are. Yeah, and so I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
you know. I will say I like, because there was that trend on TikTok where it was like, I'm your daddy. I think you're going to be a beautiful baby boy.
Yeah.
I'm your uncle, and I think you're going to be a strong, handsome man, you know? And then I'm your auntie, and I think you're going to be a bouncing baby girl and shit like that. And then it's like, okay. It is like, okay, what are we doing here, you know? And then people would judge the people in the videos that are just, there's people doing shit for family and then posting it online. It's calm down, you know? But then there was one I watched where it's like, I'm your aunt and I think you're going to be intelligent.
Yeah.
Or I'm your grandma and I think you're going to be kind.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is cute.
That's cute, actually. Yeah.
That shit
it's
is
a little
cute
bit
as
like,
fuck.
yeah. I think, why don't we celebrate what we think the attributes of our kid are going to be?
Yeah.
And not the...
like what you hope for the kid to be.
Yeah, you know?
And then you videotape it and you show it back to them. That's cute as fuck.
That's cute as hell, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, but I'm also like, I know it's my opinion.
No, yeah, fucking woke.
Woke
liberal.
DEI, liberal opinion.
Yeah.
I just hope someday we eradicate the gender binary.
Yeah.
And so,
whoa.
You know, but that's it. That's all I'm saying. Hey, that's my liberal leftist shit that I'm injecting into this story. That's it. That's it.
I think that's fine. You can do that at a baby shower too, where it's just like, I think you'll be smart.
I think you'll be smart.
I think you'll be nice to people. I hope that you are. That's cute. That's nice.
I know. I think it's really cute.
That's fine. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Fucking just treat babies like babies, man.
And just like, just they're babies. Be excited for them.
Give them a little fucking binky and just fucking
a little blankie,
a little rattle, and it'll be good.
Have a good time.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my husband to stop eating like he's never seen food before?
I think I saw this one.
I just saw it. I've not read it at all. So
let's fucking go. Yeah.
But we're finding out what happens. Okay, I'll try to make this short, but don't judge just off the title. Got me there. You got me there,
Fuck.
okay?
All right.
The emoji in Twitch.
Yeah.
With the like.
Caught me. Yeah.
Caught me. I, 29 female, went out for dinner with husband, 28 male last night. Nothing fancy, just a chain sports bar. And it being a Friday, the place was packed.
BD dubs.
Fucking Miller's or whatever.
The hell, let's fucking go.
Let's go to Miller's, dude. We sit, place our order, and we're catching up on the day. Everything is going fine. When the waitress brought out our appetizer, my husband grabs about 4 decent-sized tortilla chips and scoops an actual mountain of spinach dip with them and shoved the whole thing in his mouth.
Awesome.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
That sounds great. I'm hungry now. Fuck.
Yeah. And when I say shoved, I mean shoved his fingers in his mouth with the food. That's a little wild.
That's a little weird.
That is a little
strange.
Yeah,
that's a little, okay, yeah.
By the time I'd had 3 chips with some dip, the entire rest of the appetizer was gone.
Oh, so you're just mad that you didn't get enough. Okay.
So you should have been quicker, is all I'm hearing. So I was already...
Skill issue.
Skill issue. It sounds like you have a spinach chip skill issue. So I was already irked and embarrassed because, of course, people were staring at us. I wouldn't give a fuck if someone... Unless he's like... I'm not going to do it for the camera. But if he's like, rah, 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 like then I'd be like, what the fuck is that guy doing?
I think people would be looking.
An alien?
Yeah.
I said as much to him, and when he said he didn't see what he was doing wrong, I told him, you're acting like you've never seen food before. It's embarrassing. He didn't say another word to me after that, and has barely spoken to me today either. I don't think I'm the asshole for telling him I was embarrassed by how he was eating and annoyed that most of the appetizer was eaten by him. But I may have taken it too far with the last comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. For further context, no, this isn't the first time this has happened. I've told him multiple times it's embarrassing when he does this and asked him why so I can try to help or at least understand a bit better. It's only at this specific chain, and his answer always is either I don't know or that he, quote unquote, really loves the spinach dip they have. Listen, I so get it though.
I do understand.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really get it.
I will say, I don't do the fingers in mouth whenever I go to Tijuana Flats. I am dipping.
You are going crazy,
I'm going crazy
over that queso.
For sure.
And there's specific places where we're like, oh, do you want to get the fucking thing that they have?
And it's like...
And we probably both look like gremlins.
Fucking, it's eating it all, yeah.
But just because one of us doesn't have shame in our brain doesn't mean that we get to judge people on that. You know what I mean? He also does this at home, but I don't really care when he's at home because I'm not going to dictate how he acts in the privacy of our house. Also to note, because I'm sure that people may ask, no, he did not grow up in a food insecure household. They weren't rich, but not struggling that much. And neither are we struggling now. There is no history with an eating disorder either in him or his family. With all that said, am I the asshole? Edit, because people keep asking the same question, so just for clarity, yes, I've had the same conversation with him in much nicer ways and usually in private. He actively knows I hate when he eats like that. 2, yes, he eats like this at home, but never when there are people over and not when we go to other people's homes. I don't give him shit over it because I'm not going to police what he does when he's in private. 3, no, I'm not going to divorce him over this. That's crazy. Why would you divorce him over this? I know in my head this is one of the very few things we argue about. Is it annoying? Yes, but it's a wild take to tell me to divorce my husband over it. 4, we continue to go to this place because it's a cheap, convenient option for when he has a super late shift, gets out at 11 or later because it is 5 minutes from our house, and it's one of the few places open at that time. 5, no, my husband was/is not in the military. Okay, I don't know what that is about.
What does that have to do? Whoa.
Maybe something about food.
In the military?
I don't know. Why can't you just order out from this place?
Yeah, if you're worried about how
take
it's
it
like,
home so he can eat his spinach dip.
Unless there's no takeout, but like, that'd be a little wild.
It's a sports bar.
Yeah, I'd be surprised, yeah.
I feel like usually.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Still, I think light, you're the asshole. Because I guess you have said it before, but I think
like the conversation, and if he's able to like stop his shit for other people, why is he not able to do a spinach dip? It just seems very strange.
It's just a weird
that
behavior.
He's not able to control himself as a grown man.
Yeah. At this one specific place, which is what's weird to me.
When he is able for other situations and other restaurants. But this one specific spinach dip at this one specific restaurant.
It's like, I need all of it. Put it, yeah.
I will agree a little bit, YTA, for no compromise on either of them. Because, like, if it is
but is the compromise that
dish,
I'm not going to complain about it when you're at home? Is that the compromise, I guess?
Like, she's already compromising about it?
Yeah.
But then why do we have to order the spinach dip at the restaurant in front of other people where you know you're going to get mad and you know he's going to do it now?
Yeah, that's... I don't know. This is what the...
And also, why can't, if you're just like, I just want to be able to have this spinach dip one time in public without you shoving your fingers in your mouth, please, why can't he just do it one time?
Yeah.
Because he is able to do it any other time.
Yeah, so...
But also, like, I don't understand why he's not able to do it. Is he, like, masking or something?
Yeah, is it like
every other time and he finds
this one place he feels comfortable to...
He loves the shit
I was
so
thinking
much.
Like, is he some sort of... Is there a neurodivergency that comes out? Like, not comes out, but like is...
And then it would be an asshole... You'd be an asshole to ask him to mask everything all the time. And I understand why. That's why I'm like trying to think of different solutions of like...
Yeah, because like...
Take it home.
Yeah, take it home. Because if you don't care...
Even if you order food, don't order the spinach dip first.
Yeah.
Get your food. Order an appetizer to go.
Yeah.
They bring you a box, take the box, go home, he eats it at home.
Yeah.
And then get 2 so that he has one, you have one.
Yeah.
And you said it's cheap, so I don't understand. Like, I feel like there's so many options.
Yeah, that isn't... We have compromise. To stay inside. Because even if it's at 11... Because, you're going to a sports bar... I feel like the reason you go to a sports bar,
on where it is, it might be open. Like I think here places close around 2.
Yeah, true.
Miami places close around like 4 or 5.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like because I'm trying to think of reasons to actually be in the atmosphere of a sports bar, which I guess to me is you go and you watch a couple games on the TVs.
But why can't you go home and watch? TV
like
whatever.
Yeah, so even then, like,
and then it's just the compromise is he has to wait a little bit. And then he gets to eat his spinach dip the way he wants.
He wants to, yeah. Because I could okay, fingers in mouth. Like,
That's a little wild.
okay, did they say whole fingers in mouth?
I think so.
Because I can understand, like, if you're getting a bunch of the dip in a chip. I'm playing defense for this guy right now.
By shoved, I mean shoved his fingers in his mouth with the food.
Because I can understand, like, I'm thinking about it right now. I think I put fingers like near my lips. I don't think it go into my mouth.
It's going into your. I think what's happening is like crazy. If other people are genuinely looking,
that's why I don't believe this though. It's like I don't like that's because I'm like I think if people just look at you for like 3 seconds, they're not staring at you. I know when I'm looking at people in restaurants because my eyes can't control themselves and like they just fucking go left to right randomly, you know. But,
okay, so they said obviously they weren't mouth agape staring at him, but there were a couple that were watching him. Okay,
is that a problem? Okay, because if it's just like a couple staring at him, who fucking cares?
Someone said to film him to show him how he acts.
That's okay. That's a little wild, actually. I don't know if I would.
People are saying NTA.
What the fuck? What is going on?
And being completely transparent, there are times where I eat like that in the privacy of my own home, too. I'd be a hypocrite if I tried to police how he eats in private when I have, in fact, inhaled a box of powdered donuts or two in my life. LMAO. Yeah, I mean, I get like... People are getting really upset at him that he just, like, won't do it. And I understand that point, too. Like, I don't want to dismiss, like, I can see the comments right now. Like, you guys are wild. This is terrible to have bad table manners.
But
and it's embarrassing in public.
Which I mean, I think you should have basic table manners in public, I guess.
Yeah, but also we're two neurodivergent people, and the amount of times people have said to us like, "Have manners." You're being ill-mannered or whatever, and we're just being
I'm predisposed to fucking hate that phrasing.
So when we hear manners, it probably triggers us a little bit. And so, like, I get it. I don't want to dismiss anybody's feelings here. I don't want to dismiss OP's feelings either. I just think there's a compromise here for sure.
Okay.
But I also understand the feeling of, like, why can't I just fucking go out to eat?
And just enjoy.
Without feeling embarrassed.
Yeah.
But also, okay, another option.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the bathroom. You eat all the spinach dip.
Yeah. Just
order another spinach dip
for me
when you're done.
Yeah,
I will come. Text me. I will come out of the bathroom. Everyone will look at you when we're done, and then I will eat my spinach dip, or I will take the spinach dip home.
I come back,
and this is truly the only argument you have with your partner.
Yeah, if this is the only one,
there are ways around it.
Yeah,
and you love your partner for their quirks and everything.
Yeah.
You know, people are saying that it's like disrespectful of him to eat without manners in front of her all the time, and that I don't know.
That's a little stupid. I think
you would dislike eating with me. Also, like I think I don't have table manners either.
No, yeah. I remember growing up, like even the simple shit of like no elbows on the table. Nowadays, I'm like, fuck that.
No one does.
My parents were like that too. Like originally, they were like, don't, they were trying to teach me table manners. Nowadays, gone out the window. Like fucking, that's stupid. It's fucking.
I think when I was like 11, my dad was like, "Why is everyone eating with their elbows on the table?" And we were like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And we just didn't for like that one time.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe we're just ill-mannered people, and other people or whatever. And we just don't get it.
Listen, I think a bunch of rich white people have convinced everybody that
I think you should be able to wear
quote,
Crocs
unquote,
everywhere.
Get fucking
all
civilized
over your hands
society.
And shove it in your mouth. I think you should be able to do whatever the fuck. Listen, we can't even. We're trying to vote. We're gonna vote for a corpse in November. That is giving Israel bombs. I want to get spinach dip on my fucking hands and suck it off my fingers loudly, slurpingly into a microphone and blast it to everyone in the world because I hate the world right now.
Yeah, fuck it. Let me just enjoy myself.
And I don't fucking like... I don't like feeling this way, and my only enjoyment is eating spinach dip at a sports bar at 11 p.m. after working a long fucking shift.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hoover... I'm going to I'm gonna vacuum the spinach dip. I'm gonna do like in a cartoon where they turn their mouth into a square and then they hoover it into their mouth.
And then God.
And I do not care who's watching. I don't give a fuck.
God. Solved it.
You shouldn't embarrass your wife all the time. Especially if she's talked to you
if she
multiple
feels
times.
embarrassed, yeah, it doesn't
This
feel
is one
it's
of those
not good.
clapping is fun moments. You know what I mean? It's not, we just don't relate. And it's not our fault.
Yeah.
It's not anybody's fault.
Yeah. Ooh, this is an old one. All right, you're right.
And I'm blocking you if you're mean to us. You're not going to be blocked. You're just going to be hidden from the channel.
All right, okay.
You'll still get the watch.
All right, okay. Hey. Take a deep breath here,
Don't
Sara.
be mean to me.
Good week off?
Shut up.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Stories.
All right,
I
go.
have one. Fuck.
I'm just mad. Like, he should eat his spinach dip in peace. They should bring back, like, having a curtain in front of tables. They did that in Hello Dolly. It was funny. It was good.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Do that.
Hide your shame, yeah.
More.
All right. Reddit.
Ask for a corner table with no one around. Fuck. Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Everything's good. Go.
All right.
Go get it.
Am I the asshole for improvising my scene in a play?
Probably. Were you not supposed to? If you weren't supposed to, then probably yeah, dude.
So this takes place at UCB. No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. All right. So the situation played out a couple days ago, and I'm still dealing with the aftermath. A buddy of mine put on a small play/production as part of a course he was taking at community college. I'm not in the class, but he asked me to play a pretty small role with a couple lines in one scene. Give that a small role, couple lines. Okay.
One scene. Okay.
One scene. He wrote the play, and I honestly thought it was pretty good, and as someone who writes in my own spare time, I had a lot of story suggestions for him.
Oh, God, dude.
In particular, I wanted to expand the role of the character I was playing.
No shit, man. For real?
And add some more dialogue to my scene. Not because I wanted to steal the spotlight.
No, of course not.
But I genuinely felt it would improve the play.
Right, yeah.
Biggest lie ever said by any person on the planet. I'm sorry. As a former writer and former actor, you're a fucking liar, dude.
But it's gotten to the point where he's assigning people to the roles. I think the story's done.
Yeah,
man.
the story's done. We're good. We don't need to. We don't need to.
You're at least not hired for script writer.
Yeah, you're not here. I mean? You're here to look good and on the stage. God damn it, say my lines.
And especially if you have a small role and he asks you like last minute.
Yeah,
you're not a part of the core of the production.
You're not. Yeah, you're barely above the line here.
Yeah,
all right?
Which is like fine. Just do your job and get out of there and get paid if you get paid. Wait, actually, this all hinges on if this guy is getting paid or not.
Not getting paid at all. This
he
is
can
a
do
community.
whatever the fuck he wants then.
Well, this is a community call. I don't even know if he's getting paid, actually. I don't think it's brought up. It's for a class.
If he's getting a credit, then he is getting paid.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So that's, yeah.
Yeah. My friend was completely not receptive to the additions I was proposing, and he was pretty dismissive when I voiced my opinion. Based. I will admit, I'm sorry. I used to write shit. If you change my shit, fuck you. I'm sorry.
That's true. You are living vicariously through this person.
I will admit this annoyed me a bit and perhaps made me feel more comfortable taking it upon myself to insert some improvisation into my scene.
That's fucked up.
I essentially went ahead with the expanded monologue I had written as best as I could remember, which caused my scene to go on 3 to 4 minutes longer than planned.
Are you fucking kidding me?
However, I very naturally transitioned back into the written material, and every other actor involved seemed to understand what I was doing and flowed really well with it. Parentheses, the audience seemed to like it also. Essentially, the only person who was upset was my friend, who yelled at me afterwards and basically tried to claim I was disrespecting his vision. Yes,
yeah.
I tried to explain that my intention was to enhance the scene, not detract from what he had written. And I also explained that everyone else seemed to like what I did. He was not having it and pretty much hasn't spoken to me since. I feel like he's being extremely unreasonable, and I think this conflict would have been avoided in the first place if he had considered my suggestions to begin with. parentheses, if he had given me a legitimate reason why he didn't like my proposals, I absolutely would not have gone through with it. TLDR expanded my role in a play with some improvisation. The playwright, my friend, is now pissed at me and claiming I disrespected his vision. I believe I improved the play.
I don't think it matters whether or not you improve the play or
You're
not.
an asshole.
You're an asshole for just getting up there and completely putting everyone on the spot.
I will say, yeah, the fact that there's other people and like you're saying, quote unquote, they got it. The other actors totally got it. But no, you decided to do your fucking monologue.
I don't think people understand that improv is a completely nerve-wracking different skill than anything
just
else.
Acting or just writing. Yeah.
Even like music, they would do this too.
Yeah.
Like there was one time I was at Viola Fest at New World Symphony. There's like a little like private high school in Miami. That is pretty cool. But obviously rich kids. But they got a lot of talent there. They hire people from like Juilliard and shit. I didn't know. I thought it was like because Viola Fest, Cello Fest, or Cellobration, I think around here, and then there's like different shit for different instruments for people when you're in public school in Florida.
Yeah. Because
it's a big classical scene. So we thought we could just fucking go. And we were invited because we knew this guy from the previous Viola Fest, whatever. And so we went, and I was the only new person there. And it was a bunch of people from like instructors from Juilliard doing this like crazy like one-on-one tutoring. And it was a really great experience, but I was very out of my depth.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the biggest things I took from that was they were going to do like a little fun shit where they started teaching you improvisation on your instrument, like the basics of improvisation and like how the importance of scales and all that stuff. And they were teaching it to kids, and we were just all in a group, and they would just like pick a kid and make them try to make up a thing.
Oh my God, no.
It was terrifying. And all of the teachers from Juilliard that were there, they came in to be like, what's going on in here? I want to try. And then we were like, oh, we're doing improvisation. And they were like, oh, I'm getting out of here. And I was like, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this either.
Oh, no.
Jesus,
I'm terrified.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, no, I totally get that, though, yeah.
Doing that to people is crazy.
Yeah, even, like...
You're sneak attacking people.
Yeah, literally.
You can't do that, especially if they're in front of a crowd and they probably are nervous. You can't just be like, you're a professional, you should know how to...
This is a community college play for written by...
Even if it was on Broadway, that would
be
crazy.
Yeah, but this is such low stakes, and you're coming in here like, I know what the fuck to do. Dude, you know what pisses me off the most in that thing?
Yeah.
Like, if, I wouldn't have done it if he'd given me a legitimate reason why I couldn't monologue.
You don't need a legitimate reason why. He's the director.
He's the playwright and director, assuming the director. Yeah,
I assume, whatever. He's the playwright. It doesn't matter.
He has a vision.
Yeah.
And you're coming in like, well, what if I did this? And he's like, no, it doesn't go with the vision I had.
Yeah.
And just because you, quote unquote, write a little bit in your spare time doesn't mean there's going to be a good mishmash between your writing style and their writing style. Like, yeah, it's like, that's fucked. I don't know, man.
It is fucked. I agree.
This is why you don't work with people. This is why you don't. This is why
you control everything.
You control everything. This is why you stay in your home office. And you just never talk to people.
Never speak to anyone 24/7 in your office. Hold yourself up with your 3 cats and your girlfriend.
But no, I mean, collaboration's a skill, and you have to be okay with someone saying no.
Yes, especially if they're the one running the show.
Yeah. No shit. This is such a fucking
obvious thing. It's also very unprofessional and very like you're probably not gonna get a job with any of the people involved.
Yeah, that like everyone's like, oh yeah, he did this weird thing. Like, I mean, it was all right, but like, I just don't trust him to like do the job.
Yeah, you need to be reliable. That's one of the biggest skills. Like having it, just like I don't know. I think they've really done a disservice. I think in Hollywood and in media with portraying creative people as like savants and geniuses that just make shit up and they're not whatever. Because it's just not true. Like, it's
They're just
hard
working.
work.
Yeah,
Most of the people that make all of the creative stuff that you like are working very hard, and they're very skilled, and they practice all the time to do this thing.
Yeah.
And that's like their talent comes from that, and they work very hard at being professional as well.
Yeah.
You know?
I think like on like film or like TV sets, even like I think that I can understand like an actor wanting to give input is if they acted as the character.
And I don't think it's
for like
awful.
years.
But
I don't think
it
it's a
depends
problem.
on the dynamics of the set that you're on.
Yeah,
you know?
because like there's plenty of moments. Like I know there's like a video essay that just came out. I haven't watched it yet, but like apparently Ryan Gosling basically wrote a monologue within Blade Runner that got into the movie.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
That's fine.
I'm not saying that there isn't opportunities for that.
Yeah. Right.
This is
not
community
one.
college.
Well, I don't even think it's community college. I think you could do it in community college if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But I think like it has to be approved.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yes. That's the part that is disrespectful. Is it wasn't approved and then
It wasn't
did
approved.
It anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
You still
I'm
crossed a
focusing on the
boundary.
wrong detail here. I am missing the forest for the trees.
No,
but-
you're fine. I get it. Like, I think, and I think it's good to even do that in community college.
Yeah.
Because then you start learning.
Because it is,
how to
it
do
is still a collaborative medium, and I don't want to take that away. But
No.
again, like it's if someone says no, you gotta accept no. That's what it is.
I get getting pissed off too. Like I was, I needed to write some, oh my God, fucking bullshit ass thing. But for college, we were doing I was in a Baroque group, playing in like old Baroque styles and everything. And it was awesome. And this guy chose a part specifically that didn't have a viola part in it. And he tasked me with writing the viola part, like going through, analyzing each chord, writing what would be the best with common practice period rules, which are very strict, but also really guidelines. So I wrote my part. And it took like 3 months because it was an entire I was doing college and also full-time
Working
and also doing this at my job also. And then I got him the fucking part and he looked at it, kept it. I practiced that part.
Yeah.
The day before the performance, he's like, "Oh, by the way, I made some revisions to your part." It's completely new.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, I was offended that he completely rewrote the shit that I did personally, but I understand that that was not professional for me to have that personal shit because I also just didn't like this guy. He was kind of a dick anyway.
Yeah.
And I think he didn't like my level of ability, and I definitely wasn't like up to snuff for him, but he also was like the first time he ever like did anything, and he was really terrible at giving downbeats and shit. It was the first time he ever conducted anything. It was just a mess. All the regular ways that it can be a mess.
Yeah.
I was more pissed at the unprofessionalism of giving a performer a completely new part.
1 day notice.
Literal less than 24 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Before a performance.
Yeah, for sure. So to do it the day of during the performance is crazy.
So insane. And then I just remember it was one of those moments where I was playing it, and in the middle of the piece, I was like, he also wasn't a violist. Like, he didn't know how to write viola parts, and it was a shittier viola part than what I had written in terms of technically what I could do. Because usually when you write parts for a specific person, you understand their technical ability.
Yeah.
And it was just not, he was obviously a piano player. Writing for
It'd
a
be
viola
like
part?
if we wrote something for like a sketch and then the day before I'm like, oh, here's a new part and it's all in French.
Yeah, it would be like writing something in shitty Spanish and then giving it to a native Spanish speaker.
Yeah.
And then they're like, this is not grammatically correct at all. And also, you told me to memorize this. I have to perform it from memory in 24 hours.
Oh, God. Yeah. Having to. Jesus.
So it's just like ass. And so I understand the frustration like from that point of view. And there's like ways to be an asshole on both sides.
Yeah.
But 100%, it just all comes down to you went against the dude's wishes.
And you made it about yourself.
For regardless of if
regardless
it was
if
good,
people
bad,
liked it. Yeah.
If people liked it,
You're a fucking egomaniac.
What did Reddit say? NTA.
No, they said you're the asshole, I think.
Fixed the play.
This was 3 years ago, apparently, and it just got reposted recently. So, so this has been long since resolved.
Okay, this one's crazy.
one's crazy.
This one's crazy.
All right. It better be.
It is. Am I the asshole for rejecting my friend's request to have an open relationship with my husband?
Yeah, it's your typical Tuesday. Fucking water cooler talk.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, right? Sure.
Totally normal. Okay, all right. So,
You know, I, 30 female, have been married to my husband, 32 male, for 5 years.
That's not long enough. You can open it up.
We have 2 beautiful kids, 5 male and 6 female, and have a very strong relationship and are happy together. Recently, my quote-unquote friend, Lisa, 29 female, confided in me that she had developed feelings for my husband. She said that she finds him attractive and admires our relationship. She asked if we would consider having an open relationship and so she could be with him too.
That's pretty forward.
I
Okay.
don't think this is how it happened. I don't know that much about open relationships.
Yeah,
but I don't think having the woman that wants to sleep with your husband spur it on is usually how it goes.
How it starts.
I think usually the couple decides and then they date people.
Yeah. I don't think it's the outside coming in like, yo, I want to fuck your husband. You want to
Can I suck your husband's dick, please? I was shocked and told her no, explaining that my husband and I are committed to each other and that we are not interested in an open relationship.
Asshole, didn't even discuss it with the husband.
I feel like if this ended here and nothing else happened, it would be like, okay, she made a faux pas.
It was a little.
You know what?
This was
it's a little crazy.
It's a little crazy.
And maybe you distance yourself from Lisa.
I think it's quote unquote reasonable for someone to be like, I think your husband's attractive. I think it went a little left turn there afterwards.
Just a little bit, but I think that would be not that bad.
Yeah.
Lisa got upset and accused me of being selfish and closed-minded. She argued that modern relationships should be flexible and that I was denying her happiness.
But
dude, there's a loneliness epidemic.
There's a yearning epidemic.
There's a yearning epidemic, and it's all Lisa yearning for your husband. She's coming to get you. What the fuck? What do you mean selfish and closed-minded?
Well, isn't the point of modern relationships in this argument that people should be allowed to do what they want? But that also includes monogamous
respecting people's relationships.
I think we shouldn't judge polyamorous relationships, I also don't think we should all just open up immediately because it's a case by case thing.
Well, yeah, I think so too. I think if you decide you want to be poly, I think that's fine. I've known many poly people that are they're way more.
Yeah, it's
aware about boundaries and all that shit than most straight couples I hear about.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quit my job and you have to fucking deal with me. No boundaries at all. Nothing.
Yeah.
While poly people are like, I have a calendar. My Google Calendar is filled with.
I've created a bot to assist me. And
I coded a bot. I've machine learned my own AI into helping me.
Yeah,
categorize all of my partners. And it's that's mad respect for you. But I think also that's different than having an open relationship.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That is information I do not know.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, there's different relationships, and they all should be treated
with respect.
Yeah.
Since then, Lisa has been distant and has been spreading rumors in our friend group suggesting that I am overly possessive and controlling. That's not
cool.
Even.
Yeah.
This is fucked up.
What the fuck?
This has caused a lot of tension, and some of our mutual friends are now taking sides. My husband is supportive of my decision, but I feel guilty for the drama it has caused. So am I the asshole for rejecting my friend's request to have an open relationship with my husband? Edit.
Oh, okay.
This has attracted a lot more attention very fast than I thought it would. I've read most of your comments, and I think tomorrow I will talk to the whole friend group about it, and I'll update after. Update 1.
Okay. Oh, shit.
I think this is the only one. I don't know why it's called Update 1.
Maybe there'll be another one later. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows? After reading some of your comments, I decided to bring the group out for coffee and told them all what Lisa said and the real story. I also showed them the Reddit post. After showing them, there were 2 girls that were still on Lisa's side. So I took some advice from the comments and said, let Lisa fuck your husband, then you can be on her side. After that, everyone was on my side, thankfully. Lisa wasn't happy at all, and she started ranting about it, about how it quote-unquote wasn't fair, and she just wanted to experiment something new. And it wasn't even that bad of a request. You're making it such a big deal, which I didn't get. Me and the rest of the group have officially cut contact with Lisa, just hoping she doesn't try to reach out. We'll update if something happens. Also, just clarifying that Lisa also asked my husband for an open marriage. He also rejected, saying even if I was, I would never want to go out with you.
Oh,
Burn.
That's that cold.
Cold. I'm thinking of cutting off the ladies that were on Lisa's side for so long, but I'm not sure if they heard a different story or not. So should I? I don't know. That's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, they probably did hear a different story. That's just crazy, though.
That's crazy to go behind her back to the husband.
Yeah, and still be like, hey, dude.
Because the one thing I know about open relationships is that it's open with everyone. Otherwise, it is cheating.
Yeah, exactly. You
if
have
the
to still
husband
talk.
Says yes, and the wife says no. That's not an open relationship. That is the husband wanting to cheat on his wife.
For sure. Like literally, though, that's so wild.
It's
to
so
me.
sneaky, all of it.
Yeah, like the. Yeah, okay, because I'm trying to think of like, first of all, it should not be the outside person coming in. Like, I mean, maybe
think that's
there
a
is.
wild dynamic. I think it can happen and be fine. Like, if she was fully respectful, I think there are people with boundaries looser.
Yeah, that would
than
be
we
more
might
like
have.
open. But then also, it shouldn't be like she makes the decision right there, like, all right, we're opening the relationship, and
Right
then go to the
now.
husband's
Yeah,
like,
that's
hey, you
crazy,
gotta fuck
too.
Lisa now.
Yeah, like, oh, you know what? Let me talk with my husband about it. We talked about it. Yeah, we're fine. And yeah, he wants to date
Yeah,
you.
because I know, again, there's people that have less strict boundaries. I mean, like, fucking swingers have existed for
Forever.
decades.
Yeah. But I think that's also a different type of thing.
No, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to conflate anything, you know?
No, yeah. I guess, like, what I mean is, like, there's, in general, there has been different types of, like,
Relationships for long periods of time.
yeah, that aren't monogamous. Yeah.
It's not a modern thing. I think it's a really manipulative way that she's trying to frame it as.
Like your fucking Sex in the City, like. I'm sorry. No, that's not.
It's like the Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where Dee wants to go get martinis.
Yeah, just
because of Sex in the City.
For sure. Yeah.
And the dudes, the boys are like, oh, she wants to go get martinis again because that dumb Sex in the City shit is back in vogue or whatever.
Yeah, like
it's so funny.
God, saying it's modern is fucking crazy. All
of it's crazy.
All of it's
the
crazy.
Fucking
Yeah.
constant, like, no, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're bad for not letting me fuck your husband is so crazy.
So weird.
I hate anything that makes me feel like I'm your keeper.
Yeah,
I hate it. I don't like that. He's an individual. I don't care.
I can make decisions. Yeah,
we can make decisions as a group,
and we can also make decisions as an individual.
But just because I say no doesn't mean that I keep him on a leash.
Yeah, so possessive.
That's insane. All of it's weird. No, boundaries should be respected and communicated.
So crazy.
There's way different ways. I feel like she could have come about this in a respectful way that immediately doesn't show. The funny thing to me is that she immediately shows her intentions by being like, "No, come on."
I want it though.
But I
want it. Me.
You're being
all the cool kids are doing it. Biggest lie ever told was where it was like, I want to improve the play.
The lies we tell ourselves.
It'd be really good for you guys. God. What's that community quote? Most of the lies we tell are to ourselves in the mirror. Whatever, from that, what is it? Fucking.
I don't remember.
Am I the asshole for causing a neighborhood feud over a gnome?
Is this from The Sims? Am I the asshole?
This is not from The Sims. This is written as serious.
For sure.
All right.
Okay, sure.
All right.
I think this is because our Sims one got really popular that one time.
Yeah, I know.
And people are like, I'm going to put gnomes and shit now. Because we're trendsetters is all I'm saying.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I live in a usually peaceful suburban neighborhood where everyone gets along. Until recently.
Ooh.
It all started when my neighbor Tom placed a flamboyant, suggestive, rainbow-colored lawn gnome in his front yard.
This is so AI and fake. I'm so sorry. But it's fun, so we're going to keep doing it. I'm sorry. What do you mean rainbow-colored flamboyant gnome, dude?
Just flamboyant. I don't know what to talk about.
It's just a lot of synonyms is all I'm saying.
I will say the thing that makes me feel like it's not AI is that there's a lot of like dashes, and I don't really see that. Yeah, unless they added it in, but I
don't
do
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
We're gonna treat it like it's creative writing.
Yeah. This gnome isn't just any gnome. It's about 2 feet tall, posing provocatively, and adorned with a rainbow hat covering its private parts.
Okay.
It's been the talk of the neighborhood and, quite frankly, an eyesore. Most of us has kept our opinions to ourselves, but the gnome is directly across from my living room window, and it's been driving me nuts. In a moment of frustration, I decided to take action. One night, I sneaked over and moved the gnome to Tom's backyard, thinking it would be out of sight and out of mind. The next morning, Tom was furious. He knocked on my door and demanded to know if I had anything to do with his, quote, missing gnome. I tried to play it cool, but eventually I admitted to what I did. Tom was livid and accused me of trespassing and vandalizing his property. He also revealed that the gnome was a symbol of pride and acceptance for his recently out son, and it had deep sentimental value.
Okay.
Now, Tom has rallied a few other neighbors against me, saying I disrespected his property and crossed the line. Some neighbors are accusing me of being homophobic, which was never my intention.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't jump to that, but if he's manipulating it, I can see how that would come across. Yeah.
Yeah. I generally didn't mean to cause this much trouble. I just wanted some peace and quiet without the suggestive gnome staring at me. Am I the asshole for moving my neighbor's rainbow gnome without permission?
You're an asshole for not talking to him about it.
Yeah, and just like, I'm gonna move it back.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
You did a little bit go off the deep end. Like, you should maybe like go to a psychiatrist and be like, I hate this gnome so much.
Dude, fucking
like, that is a little wild.
Like, it's The Shining, like, staring out the window at this gnome, like...
just for your family's sake, I think you should get yourself checked out. Yeah. You should go to the doctor or something, and just try out some shit.
All gnome and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
What? I don't even know what the... Can he not choose, like, just like a flag?
Yeah, I could understand that.
You know, maybe.
Okay.
It's a gnome though. Like, who? It's really, my personal opinion is, who fucking cares?
That's my thing too. Yeah.
Literally, I do not care what is going on.
It's on his, like, you know, this is like, he has this house. He can do whatever he wants to decorate it. You know.
Like, truly, that's my personal opinion. I don't want to invalidate this guy's feelings about this gnome. But, like, unless he's, like, genuinely homophobic and is like, I hate seeing rainbow shit everywhere, then I'm like, yes, your feelings are invalid.
Yeah,
those are invalid.
Dick, yeah.
But, I mean, if you're just like, nah, I don't like this gnome, go talk to your dude and be then you have to feel the shame of being the guy that's like, I don't like your gnome.
Yeah.
Can you put it somewhere else?
Meanwhile, he's like, well, my son is, like, recently came out. And that's like, when you can be like...
Okay. Keep it out there.
Keep it out there.
Or, you know, maybe we can move it to somewhere where it's not... Can it at least not look at me?
Or still be like, yeah, how about we put up a flag or something? I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Okay, 2 feet, provocative, rainbow hat over the dick and balls.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care personally.
I
really wouldn't give a shit. Because also, like, fucking...
Who cares, man?
Aren't gnomes supposed to be a little bit cheeky? Like, as a decoration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like...
Do you just want, like, the standard flamingo, like...
No.
Yeah, who cares?
Going over to his house
and
moving
grabbing it, putting it in the backyard.
Even if you did talk to him about it, it is his property.
That is kind of like, you can't do that, yeah.
You should not do that. And also, it's 2024. Everyone has Ring cameras.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucking caught, dude.
Not only that, the FBI definitely watched you do that. Like, everyone saw you do that, dude. That's why I'm like, you're a little insane in the membrane.
Yeah, where it's like, I gotta get this gnome. Okay, also, and I don't want to be the guy that's like, just close your blinds.
A little bit
close your blinds. Because also, it's summer. You don't want all that heat in here. You know? Fuck.
Your windows are going to bake your living room,
yeah,
dude.
Come on.
Just completely different shit. We usually side on the, like, just let people live their damn lives.
Yeah.
Because we don't give a shit. Which is why this job is terrible for us. Because it's about judging people. And so I try to muster like an actual judgment sometimes, but I literally most of the time do not give up.
Give a flying fuck about it. Yeah.
Let the gnome be gay in peace.
Yeah.
Let the gay gnome exist. It's 2024.
Yeah.
I want
it's
one
current year.
so bad.
I want to Google it. I want to see how bad it looks. If it even looks bad. Let's see. Gay garden gnome.
There's one where he's pooping rainbows.
Yeah.
There's one where he's on a unicorn.
Hold on, 2
There's
foot.
one where he's throwing up. It's 2 feet. That's kind of big. Oh, there's one. These are cute. Oh my god. Am I gonna fall in love with having gnomes? There's one where he's pissing.
I don't know why it's showing rapper garden gnomes. I feel like that's kind of derogatory. I just searched up 2 foot gay garden gnome. We don't need to bring in.
This is the closest I could find.
Okay.
And it says, hello there, little
friend. That's not
friend.
even gay, dude. It's just fucking, it's just the guy flashing you. That's a crime.
That is a...
That's actually a crime. I'd be upset about that one, yeah.
I don't know, these are cute, man. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's
a gnome.
care,
Who
man.
fucking cares?
Shit. Like, but you should go and speak to him and make a fool out of yourself. Because you have to feel the shame of making a fool out of yourself. You gotta feel the shame, yeah. Going into his yard in the dead of night like a sneaky burglar.
Like your Metal Gear Solid, your Solid Snake.
Solid Snake, imagine in the cardboard box.
Fucking... God.
Dude, yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, they saw a cardboard cop.
Solid Snake.
They saw a cardboard box on the roof, and
it's one of those things where I'm like, you could complain to me about this, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, for sure. And then if you do something about it, I'd be like, you're crazy. You're insane.
You know, I've heard about this.
That's wild.
There was a cardboard box on a grassy knoll the day they shot him.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard at the Trump rally, there was an unmanned tower 100 feet away with a cardboard box on it. Solid Snake, you failed your mission. You missed.
Snake?
Dude, shooting it, and then the little like the. Oh, Josh on the floor.
Oh, fucking just broke my chair.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Josh broke the chair. Oh, my God. I wish this was the end.
Yeah, can we end this now?
No, I have one more, I think. We have 2 more, right? I don't know. Oh, man.
It feels wider.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Patreon.com/APWSTR. We need new chairs.
Holy shit.
Okay, all right. Okay. Sarah's final story. Fuck.
Oh my god, that was really funny.
Thank you, yeah.
I wonder if it's funny for anyone else.
Probably not.
Probably not. Holy shit, that was good. That was some good. You were laughing your ass off.
Cardboard box on a grassy knoll just broke me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just so funny.
It is really funny.
You know, okay, off topic.
Also, I love the idea that Lee Harvey Oswald is just a guy with a gun in a building.
Just happened to be there.
He's just like around. All right, this one's sad.
Ah, fuck.
I know.
Thanks for
I love this lady though, but yeah, okay. Am I the asshole for leaving my husband without quote unquote putting up a fight?
Okay.
Yeah. My 25 female husband, 30 male, has been acting really strange recently. Staying out late without any explanation, leaving really early, and random expensive gifts with no apparent reason. I'm not naive, and I put 2 and 2 together and realized he was cheating.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, Jesus. I didn't want to start looking through his phone and his belongings or start stalking his social media or any of that, so I sat on the couch and waited for him to come home. Once he got home, I asked him to sit down and asked him if he was cheating. He was honest and told me he was and apologized, said it meant nothing and it wouldn't happen again. Okay. Honestly, I cannot trust him, and without trust, a relationship can't survive. So I went upstairs, packed my things. He chased after me, asking me to stop and give him a chance, and I just finished packing and left. This was 3 days ago, and since I left, I've been bombarded with texts and emails and voicemails saying how could I leave without even trying to fix things, and that if I ever loved him, I would want to stay and go through this and that. Every couple goes through hard times. I am really conflicted, as on one hand he was my first love and I haven't just lost those feelings overnight, but on the other hand he broke my trust and truthfully he won't ever earn that back. Am I the asshole?
I mean, yeah, if you know it's not gonna come back.
Yeah, I mean,
bounce.
I don't know. This is exactly how I expect I probably would. Like, I've talked to you multiple times about how, like, sometimes, and I wonder if this is just like anxiety or something.
No, yeah.
You know, you hear these stories online about women finding out their husbands cheated and it's like this big crazy thing. And I'm like, well, how would I react if that ever happened to me? And I really am just like, I don't think I'd give a fuck. Like, I just genuinely don't believe that if I'm being cheated on, there's something wrong with me.
No, it's the person who's cheating. Yeah,
but like people really trying to make it seem like the woman being cheated on is like,
yeah, and then
there's something like she's not making her dude happy, or
and
that she should have realized at some moment.
No, yeah, that's wild. No,
it's insane to me.
Because then also, yeah, in this story, everyone's contacting her, being like, "Why are you leaving?"
I think it's him. I think it's all him.
Okay, all right. Because still, though, that's like.
Unless, let me reread it.
To me, it sounded like it was multiple messages. And I guess when I hear multiple messages, I think it's multiple people.
Yeah, she doesn't say.
Okay.
But she says bombarded with texts and emails and voicemails. It could be him.
Could just be him, yeah.
Just harassing her.
But no, yeah, fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
He's going to send AI pictures of himself with women, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If you already know, like, in your head, like, logically not gonna trust him anymore, can't trust him anymore, why would you stick around? Like, it's done, you know?
Yeah, well, and I mean, and this is the thing, like, people want this to happen, right? They want women to leave at the first time because, and I really don't like this rhetoric. I know why people are doing it. And I get that they're frustrated with women that stay in abusive relationships or stay in relationships where they're not being treated well. And everyone around them is screaming at them, "You're not being treated well, get out of there." And then they're frustrated, these women that consistently go back to these men. I understand that feeling, but also it is difficult to get out of these relationships because of the amount of the power of gaslighting.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like, I feel like people really don't realize how often... It's like the propaganda or like cult thing that we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, where people are susceptible to cults, but a lot of people just say,
"You're
I'm smart.
dumb.
I'm not gonna get fucking caught." Yeah.
If you get sucked into a cult, or if you get sucked into you get scammed, or if you you fall for fascist propaganda, you're innately a dumb person, and I'm smarter than you because that would never happen to me. And then it's
because I'm smarter than you, I'm also better than you. Just want to.
And I'm saying all of this so that I don't have to analyze anything that I look at.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of work, right? But it's like, no, it's the reason that it is so prevalent in our society is because it does work.
Mm.
And it does prey on people's mentalities. Smart people get scammed. Smart people fall for shitty shit all the time. It doesn't, like, there's nothing about you that makes you special in the idea that you can't get manipulated by somebody else. So you shouldn't dunk on yourself when you do get manipulated by somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're the ones being a manipulative asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
It's extremely victim blamey, I think.
No, 100%.
And I know people are saying it because they are frustrated, not because they want to victim blame, but I think they don't realize that they are doing it.
Hmm.
And if you do realize you're doing it and you're yes, I want to victim blame, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Second thought, victims, hate them.
Love
victims. Blaming them for everything, actually.
I'm an abuse advocate. For sure. And you love telling women that it's their fault that they're in abusive relationships and find it difficult to leave. I think that shit is fucked up, dude. And even this woman who has the, mental fortitude and the stability and the privilege to be able to get up and leave, her husband is
still trying and
she's still like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he's constantly wearing her down with, no, this is not how it goes. This is not how a relationship works.
Yeah, everyone else does it this way. We have to do it this way.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't talk about...
How dare you?
Like, so much of, like, relationship, like, what is okay and what is not okay in relationships are behind the paywall of therapy and mental health shit.
Yeah, true.
And then also people weaponize therapy language in general which I try not to do. I know I used to, and I didn't realize what I was doing. But like, you know, there'll be spaces like Reddit, like there'll be like the NVD or the BPD spaces on Reddit, which really just demonize people with those personality disorders, and really demonize those people and like create these like kind of vacuums where people just rag on people, and of course Reddit is proponent to its own, like, you know, it's shitty about minorities, it's shitty to fat people, it's shitty to women all the time, and people see their own biases whenever they go into Reddit, and they feed into them, and they get it like confirmed. And we're not immune to that, just like no one else is immune to it.
No, yeah.
But I think it's important to talk about what is and what isn't like abuse.
Yeah.
Actually, so that when you're in a relationship, no one can tell you, no, it's totally normal for your boyfriend to scream at you every time you fuck
and
up.
It's like, no, that's actually...
It means he loves you if he hits you. You know? No, it's not that shit. Every time you have an argument, he tells you that you're shitty and everything's your fault. No, that's not right. And if you need to say that shit out loud so people can have these spaces, it's why I get really frustrated when people are like, everything is fake, everything is AI.
Yeah.
There's no way for us to know that shit.
Yeah.
You can try and tell.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, there was a story I had today that I realized, like, right at the end, like, oh, this is probably AI. I'm going to stop reading this.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple things that don't make sense. But I think to say that, like...
we shouldn't treat any of these things seriously ever.
Yeah, and I think there's a weird... I don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to say it. There's that video that I've been getting recommended to me that's like all the different types of Reddit rage bait.
Yeah.
And I think listening to it a little bit, I was kind of like...
I understand, like, they are doing it out of love.
No,
that
yeah.
person. Like, they love Am I the Assholes and everything.
But I definitely, I don't want to ever, I guess personally, my philosophy, I don't want to describe to, like, the idea that, like, everything's fake. And that
nothing ever happens to people.
Yeah.
And I do like in that video specifically, though, to give it some credit, that she specifically is like, if you are like, oh, this happened to me, your personal, I'm sorry, but your personal abuse has been used for
internet points.
Points.
I agree.
Yeah, you know, and that's why we are, you know, we don't want to read shit and then move on.
Yeah.
And go to the next one.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I feel shitty about that. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have a discussion and tear apart these little parts to actually get some content out of it. Because, like, I mean, not content, but Freudian slip. Get some dollars out of there. No.
Money.
No, try to like actually tear down the shit, laugh at behavior that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And provide like a context for these stories that makes it so that the people that go through this shit are like, oh yeah, this is ridiculous what I'm going through. And you feel validated. That's good.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's the benefit, yeah.
That is the benefit. There aren't many spaces like this. You can't go to work and say, my husband screams at me. Well, you know, what should I do? Ugh, God, just leave him already. Well, thanks, man. You're really helping me there.
No, I get that.
Yeah. It's important to have these spaces. And I think also, us being younger, I just find that we think that online spaces are more valid.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because we live on the internet. And, like, I think older people think that's sad, but I'm like, it just is reality now.
Yeah, no, I think it's that, too, the idea, because, like, there's no such thing as a third place, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, we've talked about that here and there.
Online, yeah.
Yeah, because that's... I think there was some more news about, like, our phones actually, like, hurting us.
Yeah.
And the answer is not really. It's just that everything that we do in real life has moved to the internet.
Yeah.
Which the internet does have a tendency to exacerbate. But in reality, like, people that get radicalized, they were probably going to get radicalized before they got on phones, you know? Like, and, like...
I think it made it more accessible to be radicalized, which is why we're seeing more of it.
Yeah,
you know?
But I think also because we see more of it, it feels like... But in reality, like, the fucking KKK's been around since forever, you know? And now it's just on fucking Gab or whatever the fuck.
Well,
like,
and honestly, I mean, that was something that we were taught, and this is so off the rails. But, like, you know, this is was something I felt like I was like, oh, that doesn't exist anymore. And then only on the internet was I like, oh no, yes it does.
It does exist, and it's everywhere.
Getting worse.
Yeah,
actually, you know.
No, yeah. So yeah, man. I don't know.
I think we should take things. It's weird because I'm always like we should take things seriously, and I get why everyone wants to take everything seriously, but also I want to laugh. So bad.
I think it's a fine line.
It truly is. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Which is why if you're worried about a fucking gay gnome in your neighbor's garden, shut up. Calm down.
Calm down. Please don't trespass.
Let your husband eat spinach dip the way he fucking wants at Miller's Ale House, dude.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Chuck's Sports Bar.
Yeah.
Put a menu up in front of his face.
NBC Sports Bar and Grill at Universal Orlando Resort, 6,000 Universal Boulevard, Orlando, Florida.
Like inhaling both of his hands. But that's crazy.
That's not. I don't think that's happening.
Unless it's fucking insane. I have to see it to know to really give a judgment.
Yeah, God.
Oh my God.
All right, solved it.
Solved it.
Last story. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know. Just got really real with you just then. I don't remember either. I'd be honest.
Why did I look up gay gnomes? That's crazy. Am I the asshole for being honest that we didn't enjoy our wedding and wish we eloped?
I don't know. Maybe.
My wife and I got married about 3 weeks ago. I love her and have no regrets marrying her, but we both massively regret having a traditional wedding when we both wanted to elope.
Okay.
We ended up not eloping due to family pressure, mostly from her parents who made her feel bad, being their only daughter and potentially, quote, denying them the chance to see their daughter get married, and said she'd regret having, quote, her moment. In actuality, it seemed they just wanted to have their moment. The last year was so full of unnecessary drama, and while each of our parents contributed to paying for the wedding, we still ended up putting a lot up ourselves. Everything just kept getting more and more expensive, not that we expected to get a ton in wedding gifts, but the cash gifts we got did not make up for what we paid. Overall, it was a year of stress, a bunch of drama over things like who should be in the wedding party / invited to the wedding, and all the wedding drama I always heard about. The actual day of wasn't fun either. Both of us get mild social anxiety, big part of why both of us wanted to elope, and it was as bad as we expected it to be. We got back from our honeymoon Thursday, and this weekend we were at her parents' house for Father's Day. They really wanted to pat themselves on the back for convincing us to do the traditional wedding and kept making comments like, see, wasn't that so much fun?
Oh my God.
I hate these people.
Yeah.
At first, we'd politely agree and tried to change the subject, but I kind of broke towards the end of the night when they made a suggestion that we disagreed with, and my mother-in-law said, oh, honey, of course it's your decision, but just remember, I was right about the wedding, and I think I'm right about this.
No. God damn.
I'd bring out a baseball bat, personally. I just lost it and then told them all about how much we hated the experience. They asked my wife if it's true, and she broke down and said it's 100% true. She hated the whole experience. We left shortly after, but then this morning her dad calls me saying how rude I was and how he wants me to go over there and apologize to his wife in person.
No.
I don't think I should, but I just wanted to get some outside perspective.
No, dude.
No.
They're a give an inch, they take a mile ass people.
Yeah.
Just, can everyone chill out? Like, you know what I mean? Stop throwing parties for people where it's really for yourself.
Yeah. Don't throw weddings for people when it's really for yourself.
When it's really for yourself, let your fucking neighbor have his shitty gnome that for his gay son. Let your partner get spinach dip all over his hands and look at him in his loving eyes while he looks back at you with his loving eyes after he's slaved away at work for you all day.
Yeah.
And fucking, who cares about the couple in the corner that's looking at you, judging you, man? Feel free. Come on. You're living, you know? Roll around in the mud a little bit. Standing on your desk
in a second and saying, "Oh, Captain, my Captain."
Buy a whole birthday cake for no reason. Fucking just come on, like, chill out. Holy crap. Why does everything have to be like? I hate it when people are like, I get along with everyone, and they're constantly starting conflict. Because they're constantly bulldozing over people's boundaries.
Yeah.
And this is just, I don't even have a person in my mind. It's just constantly, I feel like I'm constantly dealing with people like that. Because I don't have very strict boundaries all the time.
No, yeah.
But then the moment you're like, no, I don't want to do that. They're like, no, you don't know what you're. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Yeah.
It's just, you're annoying. You're an annoying person. You're a piece of shit. And you don't even, and then they're gonna, if you blow up at them, they're gonna be like, yo, you caused the scene. And you're an asshole because you caused the scene. And I'm just a little old lady that everybody loves. And it's like, no, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're annoying as hell. Let me live my damn life.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Fuck, man.
Oh my God.
Why is this so goddamn difficult?
Why is everything so goddamn difficult?
No, I feel that. Yeah. I don't know. Fucking, I feel that a little bit too. And I know my sister, one of my sisters, they did elope and didn't tell anyone. Awesome. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's fine.
But they still like had to throw like a fake wedding.
Yeah.
And I will say the wedding was still at least like,
it was pretty awesome.
It was good. It was a good wedding, but I definitely.
I remember them saying that like they did enjoy it, but like that's like.
But that's still like.
It's neither here nor there. Like just do what you fucking want to do. And let people do what they fucking want to do.
Yeah.
If it's not hurting anyone, why are you complaining?
Why are you forcing them to do this? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Get
the stick out of your ass.
I will say too, and I do kind of feel a little bit like internalized misogyny, like in the parents where it's like, I want you to have your moment, as if this is going to be the only moment that your daughter ever has.
And also as if she doesn't have any autonomy and doesn't know like what she wants her wedding to look like.
Yeah, like, yeah, and if it's always, because, God, I can only imagine how fucking stressful wedding planning is.
Yes.
Don't want to deal with that.
It's a job, dude. I don't want to do that. I'd rather throw a damn party.
Yeah.
Spend like way less money on it.
Get the license. Let's get a cake or something. Who cares? Like the hurricane cake, like just a fucking regular ass cake.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I don't, rich white people again. I'm gonna blame for weddings being shitty.
Yeah.
God.
Well, I mean, I know we're only ever talking about white people culture. Honestly, we don't know anything other than any other, because I've heard about like different cultures' weddings and how the tradition is like, it's really not for them. It is for like the entire family, like the entire family lineage, like 500, 600 people going to like an Indian wedding. And there's a lot of like cultural shit that they have to do.
I
and
understand
that's like a whole different thing. I know nothing about that. Talking about fucking white people being like, you have to go to Versailles and you're marrying the fucking heir to a Toyota executive, and all of your friends have to fly out to the baby shower. And you have to fly out to the thing, and then you have to fly out to Paris in Versailles, and you have the thing and the big cake. When really, if the two people that are there didn't even want any of that shit, that's more harm than good.
Yeah.
Yes, on everyone involved.
Yeah,
just because the parents
all
want
this energy, all this money being spent for naught, like such a shame, man. Just let people do what they want.
Yes. Yeah.
That should be the motto for the show.
The amount of shit, the amount of content, wedding content that has been forced onto my TikTok from women that are like, I didn't really like I'll say it, I didn't like my wedding cake. And I'm like, that sucks.
That sucks
really
a lot,
sucks.
actually.
That makes me very angry for you.
Yeah.
She's like, and then everyone's like, yeah, I know, it's totally normal to not really like your wedding cake.
That sounds like it sucks then.
That
you guys
sounds
should
like
change
it sucks then, dude. And maybe you should get a cake that you like.
But now everyone did it, so I have to do it too, actually.
Well, it's, I have to get a wedding cake because, it's not going to look like a wedding cake, and I'm inviting my whole family. I'm not even judging them. I'm just like, I'm judging the people that make you think that you have to do this.
Yeah.
And then also, to the point of having a culture of people sitting around and being like, that's normal. That's totally normal with weddings.
Yeah. Kind of gives me the same vibe of like people that like, I had to pay all my student loans. Why don't you just do it? I kind of get that vibe a little bit.
Maybe. Yeah. It's like you're just traumatized.
Yeah. And you're like, everyone has to go through the same trauma I did, you know?
Did you know you didn't have to do that? And then like, I would imagine I would break down crying. I spent fucking way too much money on my wedding cake and I didn't even
I would
like
also
it.
break down. Yeah. And then you have the gall to be like, you guys are kind of mean to us about not enjoying your wedding, and you should apologize to my wife.
I would explode.
I'd get real fucking pissed.
Yeah, I think I'd go to jail for murder. I'd be like, I'm coming over there.
You see it
For sure, I'm going door to door.
What's that cardboard box doing out in our
What's
front
that
yard?
cardboard box doing in our kitchen?
Why is it moving?
What the fuck? And then the exclamation point.
Sara? Sara! Solved it.
Going up a way too high ladder
What a thrill.
to get to your in-laws' house to kill them because they made you have a wedding against your will.
Of you. All right, solved it.
Okay,
That's our
solved
show.
it. That's it.
Sarah, what do you
Yay.
want to plug?
You can follow me on fucking, I don't know, everywhere. Twitter. I guess Instagram is, I like Instagram now.
Yeah.
That's Soheron, THATSOHERON. There you go.
Nice. I'm Joshua Chinland on most things.
Mhm.
JOSHUACHINLUND. Social security number.
Social security number 555
555-555-6.
Ooh.
1.
I'm just
18.
going. I don't even know how many numbers.
Let me know down below if I just got your social security number guessed. No.
IP address 55.55.
But okay, that's most of my things. Guy nicknamed JC on Twitch. I will stream this week probably. I think
Yeah,
I
you
want
got
to.
this,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
gonna stream this week. Maybe soon. We'll see.
I'm gonna get back into streaming on the gaming.
Hell
I bought the Goose and the Secret Salami
Nice.
Detective Goose.
And I'll play Fall Guys. And then
I want to do Disco Elysium.
I kind of want to do Disco Elysium too. I bought it and I haven't played it yet.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I have it on Switch. We could do it on the gaming channel.
we could, but
It's a lot of reading that already is voice acted.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't.
So what's the damn point? You know what I mean?
But yeah, our socials for the podcast: APWSTR on TikTok. The podcast will save this on Insta,
And
APWSTR Productions on YouTube. And if you're there, you better like, comment, subscribe, and hit the gosh darn bell and rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts, where you can find us at A Podcast Will Save This Relationship on all podcast platforms.
yeah,
APWSTR.com, APWSTR Gaming.
yeah.
Merch is at TeePublic. We have
And it goes to
Unruh.
Unruh.
We
all
got
our
Straight River
profits.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Buy our coffee line. Everything's down in the description.
Free Palestine,
Free
free
Palestine,
Sudan, free
free
the
Congo,
Congo,
free
free
Sudan.
everything. I don't want to say free everywhere because Kim Kardashian said it
Yeah, that's
as
like
a way to respond to the shit.
That's
but,
fucking
I mean,
loser. Yeah.
The words are good. I don't like that
But
Kim
the
said
tone
it.
and the set, the way it was is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, please go check out everything down in the description and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Dude, the response being Solid Snake in a cardboard box killing the asshole and every single am I the asshole is really funny.
God, I think there's a remaster of that. I think I said that on the show. I gotta buy it at some
Oh,
point.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think
good.
when we get our PlayStation 5 and we only buy GTA 5, it'll be GTA 5
Yeah.
and all the Metal Gear Solid games.
Yeah, you're gonna really be in your bag in the gaming.
Yeah,
channel,
I'm
I
gonna be
think.
so fucking ready, dude.
Can you imagine like your ex-boyfriend or husband is leaving your boyfriend? It's like, I can't believe you wouldn't just let me cheat on you. Or
Yeah.
Solid Snake, what are you doing here? Wait, what's that cardboard box over there doing?
Knocked out. Like fucking. I haven't unlocked the lethal weapons yet.